This podcast is part of Another Happy Studios,
the home of podcasts with passion. Hello and welcome to Still Got Legs, a Doctor Who Rewatch podcast brought to you by Another Happy Studios. Hey! Stop doing a bloody war! Hello, everyone. Welcome to Still Got Legs. Oh, fuck yeah. Sorry, shit.
Hey.
Sorry.
Stop it with that nonsense.
Sorry, you go.
You sit down and stop doing a war on me, Nathan.
Sorry.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Still Got Legs, the only Doctor Who rewatch podcast in the world. There are no others because everyone else forgot to sit down and talk. Anyway, My name is Lawrence, and as always, I'm joined by the beautiful, the delicious Nathan as we go on this fantastic journey through Doctor Who town. Nathan, Wagwan.
Wagwan.
We have to say Wagwan.
Yeah, we can say Wagwan.
Feels wrong.
No, we can say Wagwan. It's fine.
Okay, all right. In that case, Wagwan, everyone.
Wagwan, everyone. How you doing? Yes, I am beautiful. I am delicious. Thank you.
Yes, you're very well. I didn't say delectable because you took issue with it a couple
No, I didn't like that.
years, months, weeks ago. I don't know when we had that conversation.
I think it was last week, which for us was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. God, everything's fucked.
I know. We were like, hey, now that we're back, let's stay ahead. Let's record them like a week in advance, and let's be on top of this. Yeah. And then in true Nathan and Lawrence fashion, that immediately went out the fucking window, didn't it?
To your credit, you tried.
I did try.
I'm a hard man to plan with before, baby, and now it's just game over.
Yeah. So we'll see how this goes, really. But we're here. We're recording. We're excited. We're two bristling boys, and we should have a good time.
We should do. I was just saying to you, literally moments before we recorded, I feel I've never felt more like a husband because this is my weekly allotted 2.5 hours of little nerd time before I then have to go back to the realities of being a dad and someone with a responsibility.
You didn't say nerd time to me earlier, so
Did
I take umbrage with that. No, you said boy time. Like, yeah, with the boys. With them boys getting together, you know?
Yeah. Would you call this is not traditional boy time, though? Like, boy time, I would say, is like out with the lads, having beers.
All right. Let's break down these gender norms, Lawrence, okay?
No.
Boy time can be whatever you want, all right? Boy time just got to be getting together with the boys, and the boys, let me tell you, is a gender-neutral term. Right?
That is true. I've almost got myself in hot water, or I think I've got myself in hot water, by being like, hey, man.
Oh,
like... And I'm like, but that's just the thing.
That's just like, hey, man, how you doing? Yeah, fucking hell, man. Like, I say that all the time. Like, would not think twice about saying that to anyone. Anyway, listen to two white guys talking about how everything's too woke these days. Can't even say man anymore. This is crazy.
Can't even say man or Merry Christmas. Nathan.
Oh, no! They're trying to take Christmas from us too. And our benefits. No.
The woke left, Nathan. The woke mob have come
for
this.
The woke left have come for us at last. We always knew it would happen. And I'll go down fighting. I will.
It's not true, everyone. We do. Someone reviewed us very
kindly. I'm joining the war on the woke left. No. On the side of the woke left.
Look at him go, everyone. He's a true hero. Nathan, how the fuck are you, and how's Doctor Who?
I'm fucking horny.
Why, man?
I don't know. I had that idea to say that then, and then I couldn't even get through without laughing.
You crumbled halfway through.
Because I was laughing at my own joke halfway through. I was like, this is really funny. And then I ruined it because of that.
Is it even that funny, or did you just say a rude word?
Well, no, I just thought that would be funny in the moment, really. And I was right.
You were, to be fair, you weren't wrong. So yeah,
I was right. One of the best to ever do it. That's me. No, I'm doing good. I'm excited. Doctor Who is a show that is on. We're here to talk about it.
True. Maybe not this part of it, but yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, the show is currently on, but we are far behind.
I wasn't talking about that. Yeah. We won't be talking about that until, well, at this point next year, but maybe not even then, because maybe we might be doing some stuff. So
sizzle screens.
Sizzle.
Take that.
Sizzle. Maybe you'll have to wait even longer.
You think you know what we're doing? You don't. You're always on your toes with us.
Yeah, we'll change it up on a fucking dime, mate. And by that I mean plan it out years ahead in my spreadsheet. How are you?
How's
good, baby? Man. How's Nathan Jr.?
Nathan Jr. is killing it, man. He's such a good guy. He
sent me some adorable little photos this morning.
Well, they're courtesy of you, because you bought him a lovely Spider-Man outfit.
I did, Miles Morales.
And today was the day I woke up.
It's not Miles Morales, dude.
No, oh yeah, hang on, I didn't even... You've just been saying that all day to me. Today was the day I woke up and I thought I was up before my wife. I was like, do you know what? I'm gonna choose what he's wearing today.
Yes, dripped out.
Yeah, literally. And to be fair, she's normally the one that puts him in like these lovely buttons, like lovely trousers and stuff, right?
Yes.
But peek behind the curtain, if it looks nice on a baby, if your baby looks put together, it means when you have to change that baby's nappy, it is the mother of all cunts.
Yeah.
Because mate, their toes will go everywhere. Anyway. That's by the by, right? So today I thought, you know what? I'm going to get him in something a bit cool, a bit funky, a bit different. And I surprised my wife by putting him in a lovely Spider-Man outfit that you bought for him. Because he's now finally old enough to wear it, which is cool.
That's very sweet. How old is he? 2?
No. Fuck, I hope not. The time would have flown. We've done 2 episodes of Still Got Legs in 2 years. No, he's 6 weeks tomorrow. Well, if you're hearing this today, when the day it comes out, he is 6 weeks today. Good on him.
Oh, happy birthday! It's not really a birthday, but there you go.
Not really.
Lovely stuff. Well then, shall we get into it?
Yeah. Now that we've got that up, now that we've addressed his age, what he was wearing, now we can move on.
Good stuff. I did also get him a little baby Grogu outfit as well. Baby Grogu, baby Yoda, Grogu, baby Yoda, whatever, you know.
So he's now big enough to wear that too, because you got that in the same size.
Yes.
But that's a tomorrow outfit, or just the next time I get my way with his outfit.
The next time you get to the wardrobe first.
Yes.
All right, well, we'll see. Anyway, so Lawrence, today we're not here to talk about your baby. We're here to talk about episode 125 of Doctor Who, season 9, episode 8, written by Peter Harness, directed by Daniel Nettheim. It is, of course, the Zygon Inversion.
Whoa, that's not invasion.
Exactly, I inverted that title from last week.
Good job.
Yes. This is the part 2 of the Zygon two-parter, I guess. and yeah.
And Lawrence talk.
And Lawrence talk.
I've been sat here, to be fair, I didn't save you at any point in there, because I've been sat here trying to think about what jokes I could make about Peter Harness's name.
Okay.
Peter, we could go down the Captain Jack route, Peter Harkness, or you could do...
Different name.
Yeah, I know it's different, but that's why I wasn't going to go down that route. I'm just throwing out ideas.
Completely different name.
Peter Harness. He's been. I just repeated his name. That's not a joke either. He's been lifted up by his harness because of how much of a goat he is. You could say that's not a joke either, but
okay.
But you could say it.
Why are you so hell bent on making these jokes about his name?
Because I don't know.
Okay.
If I'm honest. Hellbent. That's a Doctor Who title. You can make a joke about that.
That was intentional. It wasn't. Anyway, shut up. General thoughts.
General thoughts, man. Hello, back to Bangertown. Resident me. Straight up fire, man. Great episode. Great closing out of Doctor Who. It's one of them where I'm like, yeah, man, this is living up to it. This is a great part 2 of the Zygon story that we were watching last week. And then the last 15 minutes happened, and I was like, God tier episode, perhaps? Question mark. Great stuff. Loved it. What do you think?
Goated with el sauce, which is of course Spanish for goated with the sauce.
Nice.
Incredible. Back-to-back bangers, 2-part banger all around. Okay, banger, certified banger the first one, certified banger the second one. Incredible. Just the whole package, so good. One of the best. Great performances from every single person on the cast list, including me, because I am in it.
I saw you in it.
Yeah, I played Clara.
That's weird, because I played Bonnie. So how did we do that?
We're just that good.
Wow, look at us.
Yeah, fucking killed it, man. Fucking very good. And I'm excited to get into it and discuss.
As am I. Should we do that now in true podcasting fashion, or should we wait?
I think we should do it next week, if I'm being honest.
Yeah? What do you want to do for this week?
I think we should talk about Andor.
What a curveball if we did.
Can you imagine? We just spent the next 2 hours talking about a show which is not related to this podcast at all.
We still package it up like it's the Zygon Inversion episode. Just next week there's the Zygon Inversion again.
That'll be a good joke, I reckon.
I reckon it is. I reckon it's so good that we should do it. What do you like about Andor?
So episode 1 of season 2 of Andor is of course, it's of course a year after the first season.
Of course.
Which no, okay. No.
I would love to be that committed. We don't have that time anymore, Nathan.
We don't, unfortunately.
I tell you what this does open up on, though. It opens up on Clara in her little goo pod that we saw.
Well, it actually opens up on a previously on, Lawrence, I think you'll find.
Oh, drat. All right, give us the sum up then.
Well, just previously. Just all that shit.
Just that stuff, yeah.
Zygons and, Mexico and shit, everything.
Yeah, Breaking Bad piss filters and whatnot.
Breaking Bad piss filters, yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever else you want. Yeah, but anyway, then it was like, then ended with where we ended last week, which was, of course, Bonnie blowing up the plane. Whoa. And then we just immediately carry on from there. We see Bonnie, who is Zygon Clara, shoot down the plane, but then she does like a weird turn as she does it or something.
Yeah. She fucks it immediately.
Yeah, what's going on there, you dumb bitch?
So that's what you said.
That's what I said. That's what I shouted at my TV. But then we see Clara in her goo Zygon pod. You're absolutely right.
She is in her little goo Zygon pod. She wakes up. She's in like a little mind palace situation. She wakes up in a flat which is not her manor house that we saw her living in.
No, but it is her flat where she lived last week.
No, I know, but we didn't bring it up last week because we weren't switched on, and I was brand new to podcasting again.
No, but we did bring it up in that episode though, in that Christmas episode.
I know, but it's not her manor house anymore.
Yeah, I know. It's her flat where she lives. All right, that was just a weird Christmas. She lived in a weird Christmas one-off. All right, don't worry about it.
I'd love to go. And
maybe she just rented an Airbnb for Christmas or something.
No, I'm sure there was something about, because she lived in there when she was an old woman as well at the end.
Yeah, but that wasn't real.
Oh yeah, it was all fucking. I don't know. I can't remember. That was months ago.
It was as well.
Everything is not as it seems because she's got a little toothpaste that largely says "This is toothpaste."
That's quite handy, to be honest.
I'd like that if my life was
like that. Yeah, I'd like that. Like, I'm sick of brands. Get rid of them. Get rid of all these brands. Just give me a simple label it. I love it,
Yeah, not to go too much into baby talk, right? Because I know I'm already boring the listeners.
I know, I'm bloody much dad over here. I'm bloody hell.
Best job in the world, mate.
Ugh.
No, we in the little suitcase we packed for the hospital, right? It was the best thing ever because we ordered a bunch of stuff, right? A bunch of bags to be packed, right? And you open it up, and it's this little zip tie bag, and it says nappies, and there was another zip tie bag that said like t-shirts. There's another zip tie bag that says dad's clothes. Mum's clothes. And I was like, this is the best form of packing I've ever seen in my life.
Who did that?
Me.
No, you didn't.
Of course I didn't. You know my wife. You know it was her.
I was going to say her name, man. Your wife did that?
Yeah, man. Well, she was well on it. You weren't there in the final days of pregnancy, mate. She was hot on the trot.
That is some next level autistic shit right there.
That's her, man.
Yeah.
That's
good
her.
Stuff. Good stuff. Anyway.
What's going on with Clara's TV? I heard something.
She's got toothpaste. That's what's going on with it. But then, but then she hears the doctor on TV. She hears the doctor going, Clara, and it's the phone call that he was doing with her before he died. And
he was like, "There's another line. He had something about like crashing my plane. Let's see what I can do about that," or whatever he says.
That was a good act. That was a good impression.
Thanks. I gave up on it halfway through.
Yeah,
but
I can tell.
It was half cooked out the gate, to be honest.
I can tell. Anyway, we hear Bonnie Clara saying like, "Oh, you're fucking dead" or whatever. You can fuck you, some shit like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, basically, the whole point of this shit retelling is the Clara in her weird Mind Palace, which is a flat, which is not real, but it's a dream or some fucking shit.
Yeah.
She was able to manipulate Zygon Bonnie and just slightly nudge her so she couldn't properly aim at the plane and blow it up. She did blow it up, but she missed the first time, and then she had to fire again, giving the Doctor enough time to escape.
A little escape window. Yeah, she's got like enough power to kind of just fucking delay Bonnie ever so slightly by just kind of making... Like if someone's drunk, they're a bit all thrown off like that. Really.
Yeah.
Is that like a good analogy, do you reckon?
No, I think all of this is terrible.
Anyway, never mind that. There's nothing counts before the intro, Nathan, and now it's time for the intro.
Is that before the intro?
I don't know.
Great.
No, she bazookas the plane, doesn't she?
Yeah, and then it's the intro.
Yeah. We were basically there. I walked us there.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah. Where do we open up on after the bloody bazooka, mate?
There's a man, and he's running.
Yes.
A scared little man, and he's running through what is clearly the streets of Bristol, because it's exactly the same location where Riggsy was doing his art. You remember in the Flatline episode?
It's so obviously that episode set.
It's so obvious the exact same location where they shot that Flatline episode. But all right,
this is also later on. It's the shopping centre as well that Jack, Martha, and the Doctor run through when the Master tells them to run for their life as well.
Oh, is it? Is it that one?
Yeah,
I didn't pick up on that. These eyes, they're old.
That's RTD's era, to be fair. That's where I would notice these things.
Yeah. I'm less. Well, no, I'm not. I'm actually quite familiar. Fuck you.
Don't sell yourself short. And also, I never said anything. But no, you're right. So man's running through. He's like, flatline took place here. He says as he runs.
Okay. I thought you were just bringing up the same point I just brought up.
No, I was doing a little jest. A little joke.
That was good stuff. Anyway, go on.
But yeah, so he's Bonnie's pursuing this bloke. She's kind of calmly walking. I love it when a villain's calmly walking, pursuing someone.
This guy's like running for his life. He's scared. He's looking back over his shoulder, and Bonnie's just doing the slow, chill, gentle little unbothered king. You know, just gently strolling. You know?
I'll get there when I get there, and I'm not gonna break a heel. She says.
That old Michael Myers-esque. You know.
Yes, and just so they can never lose him though.
Yeah,
which is always the funniest part of those films.
Because he's a phantom. He's a mysterious phantom.
Yeah, but Bonnie's not though. Bonnie's a real thing, not a phantom.
Yeah, maybe
she's a Zygon.
She's a Zygon. Maybe she's got fast Zygon powers. We don't know.
To be fair, Zygons are tall boys, aren't they? So do you reckon every time this bloke is not looking at Bonnie, Bonnie reverts to Zygon form and takes wider strides to make up the distance?
Maybe.
We don't know her techniques.
We don't know. Maybe I reckon Zygons are quite well. Well, this bloke's also a Zygon, so that would just cancel that out, though, really, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, but he stays in human form, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, but so does Bonnie.
That we know of.
Okay, all right. But what I was going to say is, like, last week, there was that weird reveal where they got loads of tunnels, like, under the earth or some shit.
Oh, and they're all going to the UK
they're going
in 5
from,
minutes,
like, just America to England, okay? Like, Kate walks from New Mexico to England, and she's like, hello, it's me. I just got from North America. All right, Kate.
I'm here.
Just had a brisk walk, did you?
So we figured it out then. It's wider strides when no one's looking. That's how they do it.
I guess. Anyway, and this is quite scary though. This bit because this dude, he's clearly quite scared. He runs into his flat to try and hide, and Bonnie's like breaking down the fucking door, but still all very calm. And then she just walks in. He's like, "Fucking normalize, cunt. I know what you are. Fucking be yourself, you know." Yeah,
she zaps him with like a little. Well, she just zaps him.
A little zapper.
Kind of. Yeah, reverts him to his big Zygon form. It's kind of sad, like he's so fucking reluctant to do it. Like,
yeah. He says that he just wants to live. Well, that's a little bit later. But he's like begging, clearly not wanting this to happen. And then Bonnie says, "I'm going to set you free. Humans cannot accept the way we really are. If we cannot hide, we must fight. And you're going to be the first to make the humans see." And then she bloody turns him.
A testament to Jenna Coleman's performance as well here, by the way, because she's like, you really see it later on when she's speaking one-to-one with Clara. But like the way she plays Bonnie, it's a different voice. It's a full
really
different
is.
voice. Yeah,
You forget this is Clara. You 100% forget it. You're like, who's this villainous bitch? She's hot, I'll tell you that. But who is she? You know,
who is this bitch? She's hot. Don't get me wrong.
she's hot. Don't get me wrong. She is smoking. All right, but.
And not just because of that bazooka, Nathan.
Exactly. But yeah, and this guy like starts to turn, and it's really grotesque. Like his skin starts to like bubble up with like the Zygon like bumps and stuff, and
it's like he's trying to repress it, isn't it? Like,
and he starts to like swell and plump out and stuff, and it's really all quite gross, but very interesting to watch. It really looks good.
It does. I think all Zygon transformations in this episode look really good, apart from the ones where they just go, now I'm a Zygon.
You see, it looks good up until they then do the full change. Okay, because they'll do like a slow like, and then they'll go, and then someone presses the button in After Effects or whatever. Yeah, and then and now I'm a Zygon.
Because they just kind of go. Bleh. And then it's done. It's too quick, I think.
It is. It is. They're just suddenly here. Where's their clothes gone? Doesn't matter. Are they always naked? Does that imply Zygons are always naked?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, we're learning a lot about Zygons. So firstly, we've got a couple of bits of Zygon lore. They all look like the same man Zygon.
They're all the same bloke.
Yeah. They take
even the
strides.
Women's Zygon are all the same bloke.
The children's Zygon are as tall as the adult Zygons.
Maybe, yeah.
We kind of landed on that last week. I'm not
I don't know if we did, but yeah.
What else? What else is about them? They're always naked.
They're always naked and they're fast because they gotta run through those underground tunnels. Yeah.
Just naked and sprinting through the underground.
Horrifying images, isn't it?
I now know why he was running so quickly away from Bonnie.
Imagine a naked man. Imagine a big pink naked man sprinting towards you at 3 a.m. Tell me you wouldn't be terrified. Okay?
That's an average night out with me and you.
No.
2 big pink men running at you.
No, please.
Anyway, so Clara's watching the plane crash on her TV. Because Clara's sort of watching Doctor Who.
Wait, just hold on for a second. This guy like runs out into the street.
Yeah.
And then he transforms, so a whole bunch of people see him transform, and Bonnie films this.
That's not yet. You're skipping
Is that
ahead.
not yet? Is it?
No.
It is, cunt.
No, it's not.
It 100% is.
No, it's all the plane. It's all the fucking. Hang on.
Let's go to the tape.
No,
I'm telling you right fucking now, cunt. That is 100% this bit.
I gotta find out. Oh, no, you're right.
Yeah, I am right.
God damn it, he's right.
I told you.
Oh, fuck. All right, sorry. What happens? What's going on?
So this exactly what I just fucking said. He runs out into the streets, like asking people to help him, and then he turns into the Zygon. Whole bunch of people see him. Bonnie's filming it on her phone, or Clara's phone, I guess. And then he runs off into that shopping center, basically.
Yeah. He runs off to conceal himself because he's obviously having a bit of a hard time. He's like, I'm clearly having a medical emergency here. My skin is like bursting.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I will talk about this maybe a little bit later. But it is quite comical how no one is asked. Like none of the extras really move or talk or do anything about it.
We will talk about that later on.
Okay, awesome.
Yes, don't worry about it.
So yeah, now this is the part where Clara's watching some Doctor Who. She's got her telly on. She's watching Doctor Who. She is.
Oh yes, she is. Sorry, yes.
Thank you.
She just briefly she sees the footage of the plane blowing up, and then sees like 2 little blips as people parachuting. Yeah.
Landing away. So on the nearby, fucking mate, this cracked me up. Right, on a nearby beach, right, the Doctor's got his Union Jack parachute, which.
Very good. Very good.
Fucking crap because he claims it's camouflage. And Osgood's like, what? And he's like, well, we're in Britain. And it's like, yeah, I see an alien's line of thinking as to why that makes sense.
Yeah, very good. Which James Bond movie is it where he has the Union Jack parachute? Is it Golden? Oh. No, it's not Golden. Is it Tomorrow Never Dies? I think it might be.
Maybe. Yeah, I haven't seen. There's so many of the old Bond movies I haven't seen in fucking ages.
One of the Pierce Brosnan ones, I think. But yeah, very, very fun, very iconic moment, and this was very fun as well.
Yeah,
I like it quite a lot.
I do too. To be fair, this is quite an interesting episode because you get essentially Osgood as a companion for a lot of it.
Yes.
And it kicks off here, and I really, really, really like their dynamic because so often Osgood is the character that's like she's just with the unit lot, and she often gets a good scene, but here she gets almost an entire episode.
Yeah,
which is really fun, and she's checking out his porn and stuff on his glasses.
Browser history joke. We got a browser history joke. Mark it down, everyone.
I really see what you mean, by the way. I didn't know this was this prevalent, but oh my god, the Moff cannot stop himself.
To be fair, Moffat didn't write this episode, but
his hand was all over this though, wasn't he?
It's there. It is there. What is he looking at? What is the Doctor looking at? Because Osgood even goes, "Whoa," and he's like, "Yeah, bloody told you."
Yeah. So this.
What messed up kind of porn is the Doctor watching? He's got to be watching some insane fucking furry shit or something, hasn't he?
I don't like to think of the Doctor watching porn.
Well, he's watching something. Clearly.
He's watching something, but. I don't know. Let's speculate. Patreon episode. What porn would the Doctor watch?
It's not bad, actually.
It's not a bad shout.
We'll write that one down. We'll get into it.
£5 if you're interested. You know where to go.
You want some porn? No.
Wait, no.
No. Let me just to be clear, we are not distributing porn in any way. Okay.
Or creating the porn as well.
Well. We'll see.
Well, for £5.
You're going to pay a bloody lot more than that, are you? No one wants that. There is no market. So great porn joke. Everyone laughed. Good stuff. But then Osgood's like, what? Why didn't that bitch blow us up? Like, what's she doing? Yeah. And then the Doctor's like, well, she did, cunt. Like, fucking, this is us. We just got blown up.
This is us. This is us getting blown up.
Yeah. Which I think was quite fun. Yeah. I like how Osgood kind of immediately clocks onto him because the Doctor just kind of doing his usual spiel and spitting jokes and shit, and she's like, "You're talking nonsense, trying to distract me and stuff. I know your game.
I've read your file, mate. I'm your biggest fan.
I know exactly what you're doing. All right."
That's what I like that a lot about Osgood. That she, her cleverness is so consistent. Like she is, through all the Doctors, she has a general understanding of the Doctor as a person. And like you're right, she notices that immediately. But also just the cleverness to be able to go, hang on, if she's fucking tapped into Clara's mind, Clara knows you better than anyone, right?
Yes.
If I was in Bonnie's position, I would have just gun to the head 12 times in a row.
If I had to, yeah. The Doctor's like, fucking hell, sick, lovely, great.
Glad to know that you thought about it. That's cool.
Yeah.
But she's not wrong, though. Like, she's right.
No.
And she plants the seed of doubt in the Doctor, which actually wins the day. So
it does. And the Doctor gets a text from Clara, and we see Bonnie kind of just texting without looking, really. Just phone in the hand, she's walking, not even aware that she's fucking texting. And Clara, and I think we see shots of Clara just blindly. I don't know why I'm miming it as if people can see me, but just
because I can
texting.
See you.
Yeah, just miming texting.
Yeah, it's
which is that's some insane muscle memory. If you can if you don't have a phone in your hand.
About it. If you, we're both doing it now, by the way, for listeners, right? But if you think about it, it's hard to do. But it's one of them. It's one of them where if you think about where the things on your keyboard are, you don't know. But if you just type on your keyboard, you know everything.
Yeah. Everyone, imagine you have your phone in your. Don't have your phone in your hand.
Yeah.
But imagine you have. Yeah. If you're driving, don't do this.
No, do this.
No.
If you're driving, put your phone up.
If you're driving, drink that beer. Okay.
And once you've drunk your beer, then pick your phone up.
And then do some gambling. No. No. Right. Imagine you're holding your phone and type out "you are a cunt." Okay.
Yeah.
Could you?
I can't. I feel like I nailed it.
The
space bar was where it threw me off.
Yeah. I'm going down. Am I pressing in the right place? Who knows?
Because I kept having to centralize myself with the space bar, which then re-established where my keyboard was according to my thumb. In my head, I make sense, right? And that's what's happening.
I'm glad that makes sense for you. Anyway, but it's a text from Clara, but not Clara, but it is actually Clara, so that's fun.
Yes, and I do like the doctor's almost like immediately on this as well. Like why the fuck would you text someone you just think you killed?
Yeah,
like this is obviously something's wrong here, and I do quite like how the text message fills up. It's a TV thing very much so, but the text message fills up the whole screen of the phone and goes, "Incoming message from Clara."
I don't think the doctor's got a phone, which is interesting enough as it is, by the way. Yeah. But like the doctor's not fucking about with like apps or Facebook or fucking Instagram, is he? So like I like the fact that the doctor's got some kind of smartphone, but it's just he's kind of done something to it, so it's just simplified to come up with big text messages that take up the entire screen. You know, like when you sort out your phone for a phone for your dad or something.
Yeah.
Like that. You ever just see your parents' phone and you're like, fucking hell, like what is you like one text message takes up the entire fucking screen because of the font size they got it on.
Yeah,
you know?
Mate, my mum's font is so comically large, and I used my dad's phone recently to pay for parking for him, and he was like, "It just takes the piss, you've got to fill out all your banking information every fucking time." I went, "Have you added anything to your Apple Wallet, Dad?" And he went, "My Apple what?" Exactly. And I went, "Well, that's why, Keyz."
All fucking parents are so useless with phones, man.
Tech
like
just washes over them, doesn't it?
I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this, but like my dad, he always forgets his like login details for certain apps and stuff and certain accounts.
Yeah,
so he then just creates a whole new account. He's got like 7 different Facebook and Instagram accounts and TikTok because he just keeps on forgetting his login details.
But he knows that you can't. It's a simple process to just reset the password.
Yeah, but that's too much effort for him. And then I tried to like fucking sort out something for my stepmom the other week, and I was like, I was connecting her Apple Watch to her phone. Oh, yeah. I was like, right, what's your email so I can sign into your iCloud? She went, no, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know?
How would you not know your own fucking
How do you not fucking know your email, man? I did not know. Because they just get it, that they set it up and then just never use it again and forget about it.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. 100%. It frustrates me. Like, don't get me wrong, right? You know this. The mods know this. People on the Discord have got a general sense that I am useless with technology. If it's outside of my editing work, fucking clueless.
You are horrible with technology. Yeah, the amount of times I've tried to just walk you through shit and it's just the bane of my life.
But now imagine how bad my dad must be for me to get wound up at his uselessness of tech.
Yeah, that must be. Yeah, that must be quite bad. Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of Doctor Who, which we were doing, what's going on next?
What is going on is we gotta get some lovely, delicious ads right in your penis.
Yes, my penis.
Listen to them now. That was great.
We're back from the ads that were in both of our penises, or just mine?
Just yours. Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable with everyone listening to my penis ads.
Well, tough.
Wait, penis ads? Is this Carney's boner pills sales again?
No. Let's move on.
Never. So no, I do want to say quickly though that Osgood is really quite lovely there. The Doctor's kind of a little bit like, it's not fucking Clara, right? It's not text me or whatever. And Osgood's quite nice in the sense that she's like, she has found the way back from being in some random stasis chamber goo pod situation to find a way to send you a text. That is about as human can be.
Yeah, that's
Don't
very good.
ignore it. And the Doctor's like, it does get through to him. You do see him go, maybe you're onto something there.
Yeah.
Which
that's
is
true.
Nice.
It is very nice. Zygon Clara Bonnie goes to the unit safe house. She's like, I'm gonna get the Osgood box, cunt. All right, I need to go here. Good moment where she walks past a mirror and you briefly see regular Clara in the reflection. Very cool.
I thought so. It's quite interesting as well because she's like sort of checking herself out as well. Like it's this kind of, I don't know. There's a whole air of Bonnie that is very kind of like self-assured and self-proud that like
she's sexy.
No, but like in terms of a performance thing, right? Jenna Coleman, it'd be easy to play her as like we said, like this snivelly little villain. But Jenna Coleman is like plays her so prim and proper. In the sense of like I've got such a the Count Dooku superior signature look of superiority or something.
Signature look of superiority, yeah.
That's what Bonnie's got on this whole time. She's got a bit of a shit-eating grin on her the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
Good,
it works. It's good stuff. There's a safe in this unit safe house, which is just behind a picture of the first Doctor, like an oil portrait of the first Doctor. Which is very fun.
I wonder where the safe is.
Where is it in this ruined room where the only thing is just a nice picture of the Doctor on the wall? You know,
they should have put it behind like some fucking rotted pallet or something.
Yeah,
that you actually wouldn't know to look behind.
That's good stuff. I like it. I like the little picture.
Yeah, I do too. They've always just got a little moniker of him somewhere in unit to be like, this guy's great. This guy's cool, isn't he?
This guy's sick.
What do you call it? I do quite like this scene though. The way Bonnie pulls out the box. And
well, no, she doesn't pull out the box.
Oh no, she gets was it like a little video from Osgood or something?
Like a laptop or whatever. She pulls out a laptop, and then on that there's a video file, and it's the same video I think we saw at the beginning of last week's episode, or maybe just probably a different video actually. And the Osgoods are like, look, if you're watching this, cunt, I've fucking told you where the Osgood box is. L on you, cunt, because I was fucking lying.
I literally wrote L plus ratio. But it's great stuff because she's like it's the smarminess of Osgood. She's got a fun charm to her where she's like, you tortured me, I told you where it was, but guess what? I lied, bitch. Fuck you.
And then Zygon Clara gets angry and does a Zygon roar as she smashes the laptop away. So yeah, that's good stuff.
I really want to do that. I would love to be I'd love to be an actor that was allowed to just smash the shit out of a room. Imagine how cathartic that must feel on set.
I want to go to a rage room. You ever seen those?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. That must be fun.
It's fucking smashing plates and shit.
Yeah, it must be therapeutic, really. Just beat the shit out of someone. I'd hit you.
No, just so your rage room is just me locked in a basement, and you're like, "Oh, okay, well, we've
just give me a baseball bat, and I'm ready to go."
Do the Casino Royale fucking car jump cables on my balls or something? Oh no, it's a rope on the balls, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a rope on his balls, on his massive balls.
The fact that anyway, James Bond goes on to have a child in those movies, by the way.
Not his child, is it?
Yeah, no, the little girl at the end of No Time to Die is his little girl.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, well, it's been out a couple of years. Go and see it. I don't care. Go and see it.
Anyway, good stuff. Good movie.
I liked it.
I like that shit Mission Impossible.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Also, I don't care to defend it. It was fine.
You love that franchise. What am I saying? Oh yeah, so the Osgoods, they're also much like last week, they're like, haven't you guessed? Yeah, haven't you guessed why it's called the Osgood box? Yeah. You stupid cunt.
This is getting annoying, by the way, to someone not in the know, is all I'll say at this point. I'm like, just tell me. Fucking
Did you feel like a big dumb cunt?
Yes, because they keep making me feel like one.
Yeah, they're like, L on you, Lawrence, you dumb cunt.
Everyone else was in my box once. Right, no one else guessed this. No one else knows.
Anyway, the Doctor and Osgood run into some policemen, and they decide to ask them for help, but clearly they're Zygons or whatever, because they're just silent and moody.
They're in deep cover by not
or they're
talking.
Just shit cops. Oh well, probably just cops. Yeah. just general cops.
Can you help me? Can you help me? Sinister stares.
Shut up. Yeah, I do like again the Doctor goes, "Hello, Dr. John Disco." Yeah.
He's trying out loads of names. And he's not done, by the way. There's more to come.
No, he's not. There's some good ones coming up. Yeah. He also says I had a big plane for purposes of poncing about as well.
Great fun.
Just good stuff. Yeah.
Great fun. I quite like this because this is where the episode does start to feel a little bit creepy, because literally the first two people he encounters after getting smashed out the sky and being told unit's dead, Zygon, viva la Zygon, basically.
Yeah.
The first two people he encounters that are police are also secretly Zygons. And Bonnie gives him a call. He calls Bonnie, I think.
He FaceTimes her.
Yeah, he FaceTimes her and he's like, "I'm not dead, motherfucker."
Oh, that cunt.
And then and then the car starts pulling out behind him, and he's like, "Oh fuck, I might be soon. Hang on."
Yeah,
it's really great. And then we got a moment that made me rewind the TV and tell my wife, "This is some good Doctor Who. Watch this bit."
Okay.
Because he says, "What's your plan?" She's like, "I've got no plan." And he goes, "You've always got a plan. That's why they're called planets, so you don't forget to plan it." And then he goes, "Well, hey." And he says, "That's good, Dr. Puntastic." And I wrote down, I love his fucking manic energy here. Capaldi has always been great. Like, there's never been a moment I doubted him as the Doctor.
Yeah.
But like, oh my god, he's having such fun.
He really is, yeah. He's doing a great job this episode. And like, a lot of range this episode. You go through the whole fucking spectrum of like fucking different fucking Doctor moods in this episode.
Yeah, and he's nailing them all, man.
He is.
It's great stuff. It's very, very good stuff. It is funny for her because she's never seen, my wife this is, she's never seen the older Doctor Who, or like this era of Doctor Who.
The older Doctor Who.
Oh, I did.
Fucking hell, man. That was what a knife to my heart. That was.
Just not current Doctor Who. But
Jesus.
she's not, and this is not to give away any feelings, right? There's more complex than this, and I'll go into it when we eventually cover it in 8 years or whenever we do. But like, she's not used to these vibes. She's only really known RTD2's Doctor Who.
Yeah.
So she's watching this and being like, not to give anything away, but she's like, "Oh, good writing. This is cool."
We're saying nothing, Lawrence. We're saying nothing.
We're saying nothing. That's all I'll say.
Until maybe next year, but maybe not.
Yeah, we don't know. Don't hold us to anything.
Okay. So she also does a little wink, like the Doctor keeps calling her Zygella, which is quite funny, first of all.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Don't call me Zygella, my name's Bonnie." Wink. which is Clara winking.
Yeah, but it causes such confusion with the Doctor. He's like, "I don't think you know what winking is. What are you doing?"
Yeah, he's like, "Are you winking at me?" It's like, "No, I'm not winking. Wink."
You know that scene in 22 Jump Street where the woman is like, "Are we about to fuck? Are we about to kiss?" And he's like, "No, we're having a fist fight. What are you talking about?"
Is this a safe place for me to admit I've never seen Jump Street?
What, either of them?
No, never seen. I've seen like the first one, I think mostly through clips on TikTok. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen different clips of it so many times. Like, I see that one where I think Channing Tatum realizes Jonah Hill is dating the chief's daughter or whatever.
Oh, Schmidt
like,
fucked the captain's daughter.
Yeah. Like, oh shit, you know that moment? Yeah.
And My Name is Jeff, obviously.
And of course, My Name is Jeff. Yeah.
Such classics as.
Such classic comedy as My Name is Jeff.
No, look, I get it now, but in 2014, that hit different. My Name is Jeff was hilarious.
Not me, didn't. No, it wasn't. Anyway.
But yeah, so, oh man, you should watch those movies. They're good movies. They're fun.
Yeah, I feel like I get it. Yeah,
yeah, you're not wrong.
I feel like I get it.
I watched 22 Jump Street fairly recently, and it is the most aggressively 2014 movie, like fit with like the dubstep score and everything. It is such a time capsule of that era.
Yeah.
Suns out, guns out, vests, Nathan, on spring break.
It's good stuff.
Maybe. Anyway, what's going on? Speaking of good stuff, what's going on in Doctor Who?
What is going on? So yeah, Doctor talking to Zygella, and she's like, "Fucking, where's the Osgood box, cunt? Tell me where it is." Hold on, I'm just trying to make sense of my notes.
Sure.
They get into a van?
Yeah, I think they get into a van at some point, because my next note says, "The Doctor is driving a human car."
Yeah.
Has he done this before?
He has done this before. Yeah, he's done this. I think the last time we saw him drive would have been... It's rare, don't get me wrong, and it is weird, but we saw him drive... Although technically this was a dream world, but we did see him drive in Amy's Choice.
Yes, I'm now remembering as well that we've had this conversation before where we realised he drove the fire engine in 11th Hour.
Yes, he did. Yes.
Yeah.
True.
Which is in real life, not a dream world as well.
That is real life, so he has driven.
What,
does he have a driving license?
Well, that's a different question, but the only cops here are Zygons, so...
Yeah.
So they're not going to pull him over, are they? They're not going to be like, where's your license?
No, but that's not really what I was getting at. I was more so that he's breaking the law full stop.
Well, doesn't the third Doctor always fucking gets about in a little car, doesn't
he had a car, yeah. He had, I believe it was called Bessie, I believe. That
so
little
must
yellow
have had
car.
a license.
That looks like Brum. Yeah, but does the license not need to change between doctors, though? Like,
the psychic paper I just clocked. Of course he's going to flash that and go, it's my license. Fuck
oh,
off.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about him getting caught, Lawrence. I'm talking about the principle of him breaking the law in general.
Whoa, I didn't realise he was such a shooter for the police, Nathan. I didn't
Lawrence,
know you loved the
we
law.
have laws for a reason and they must be upheld. Otherwise, what kind of society will we become? No, I'm just kidding. If the law is unjust, break it. Fuck the system.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you reckon the Doctor, if he ever like goes into like massive amounts of debt, then he can just wipe it clean by just like a new regeneration is technically just identity fraud, isn't it?
What what scenario is happening where the Doctor is going into debt?
He's signing up to all those porno mags on his sunnies.
Oh yeah, maybe he's in deep on Pornhub Premium or something.
Yeah, he's just endless OnlyFans charges on his sunglasses.
Oh my god! All right.
We got to save this for the Patreon episode we're going to do about the Doctor's porn.
Yeah, maybe that's coming soon. Maybe. Stay tuned.
Oh Lord. So this is fun. Osgood's something I just wanted to note. Osgood's playing a Bonnie's video, the video that she took earlier of the Zygon forcibly transforming in front of all the people in London.
Yes.
And Osgood's like, oh, Clara's uploaded this to the news or whatever. You can send stuff to the news.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, but I guess if it's an alien, they're going to play an alien on there.
You can email the news. You can be like, hey, look, I found this thing. Here's the news.
News, look at this.
Yeah, news. Yeah. You just put in your email news@news.com and then you send it. and then it gets to the news.
The news will get to it, yeah?
Yeah.
The news.
And then they're like, hey, look at this news. We got some news.
We got news. It's verified news.
And that's why they call it the news, because it's not the olds. Okay?
But anyway, so Osgood's, she's playing this video on her phone, right? Yeah. And then something I really liked about it was that she closes the video down from full screen.
Yeah.
And when the video minimizes in the tab, it's not an app and it's not a mobile browser.
Yeah, it's full desktop.
It's
browser.
The full desktop browser that she minimizes on her phone.
Yeah.
And I just thought, what 70-year-old man cobbled this shot together?
Phone OS systems in shows and movies, though, they're always
always fucked. Yeah.
They're always cooked and not real and stuff, because you can't just use the screen on the phone because it just won't pick up well. It just won't look good on the camera.
You have to always comp it in, yeah.
You have to do it in post, yeah. You have to. Well, maybe not so much these days, but definitely in fucking 2014 and shit.
The only company to do it right is Apple, because they can just legally use their own shit.
Yeah, because watching an Apple show is like every cunt using an iPhone and a MacBook and everything like that, and they just slot it in, so it's easy. But
Ted Lasso has really satisfying texting sequences. Because it's like the exact sound effect, the exact font, everything is perfect, bang on how you'd see it on an iPhone. And I'm like, I don't know why that presentation just always makes me go, nice. Yeah, that's
if anyone has an Android, they get shot.
Yeah, right? Ted Lasso shoots you.
They get shot. Do you know that thing people say where they're like, oh, you can always tell if someone's a villain in a movie because they won't have an iPhone? That's not true.
It's such
by the way. It's so fucking not true, okay? Apple have no legal right to stop you from using an iPhone in your movie.
No,
the only thing is they just won't provide the phone, okay?
Yes. Yeah.
When people say that Apple won't let it if it's a villain, they just won't provide the phone because it's usually what's it called? Brand fucking promo. What's the
I don't know what you're saying. It's your word, brother.
Advertise, the advertising thing, fucking promo, product placement. Product placement.
We both nailed it.
Don't say product placement like you got
product placement. Nathan, we nailed it. Yeah. I'm going to put mine in just before yours in the edit.
Shut the fuck up. It's product placement. They just won't supply it for that purposes, but you have to supply the phone. But yeah, that's such fucking horseshit, man.
Yeah, I remember, mate, when Succession season 4 was coming out, it was that nonsense was fucking rife on Twitter, because Tom is one of the only characters in Succession to not use an iPhone, and Tom is a villain. Don't get me wrong, and
everyone in that show is a villain.
Everyone in that show is a villain, but Tom's like a special caliber of sneaky cunt, right? Yeah. And I'm not going to spoil Succession because it's still a relatively newish show, but like Tom turns out to be important.
Yeah.
Right? And
which one's Tom again?
Tom is Shiv's husband, sort of husband. He's Mr. Darcy from Pride and Prejudice.
Yes. Deadpool,
yeah. Mr. Wilson. And his voice.
That guy. British Deadpool.
Yeah, British Deadpool. Yeah.
He's not British Deadpool, but he's British in Deadpool. Yeah. And real life, probably.
Yeah, Matthew McFadden, famously a British man. With an amazing American accent, quite frankly.
Yeah, good stuff. I always see clips come up of that scene where he's like asking that guy if he's like a Nazi or whatever.
Oh, it's such a good...
And
just
he's like,
checking the till here.
And he's like, "You ever read Mein Kampf?" Like, yeah, I skimmed it a couple of times. Were there Easter eggs you didn't get the first time?
It's really good. The dog thing is bullshit. Different spelling. Oh, so good, man.
Fucking hilarious.
I love it when we vibe out to Succession riffs.
It will never happen again.
We can queen out. I'm scheduling a queening out session for Succession.
That's what we're doing now, Lawrence. It's boy time. We're queening out.
Oh my god, we're queening out. We just queen out about Doctor Who every week, don't we?
We're queening out and we're queefing out. Right, next up.
Next up in the show. What's next?
Next up in the show. Yeah, so they get the location of where they need to head to, where that cunt turned into a Zygon. So like they're off there basically.
Yes.
And Clara, Zygon Clara, goes to see Clara in her little pod. And she's like, "Wake up, you bitch, I'm here."
Yeah, you wake the fuck. Is this where they have their Mind Palace fight?
Yeah, she's on the TV, and she's like, "I'm on the TV."
I quite like this. One, obviously, again, we've spoken at length of fucking Jenna Coleman's performance, right?
Yes.
You just forget these are the same people. This is the same person.
Very much so. Yeah, very much so.
But also, I just think fucking Clara's so cool. Because again, we didn't realise we didn't get a lot of Clara last week, right? Because she was secretly Bonnie the whole time.
Yeah, I guess in a technical sense, yeah.
Yes, we didn't see the character Clara, yeah.
Yes.
But so now we're catching up with her a little bit, and she's just been like chilling here, and she's like just kind of feigning a bit of a smugness. She's like calling her bluff. She's like I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, she's like pretending to read the newspaper. Like, I'm not bothered, mate. Do what you want.
It's a fake newspaper, Clara. We can see through your thing here.
Yeah, but then Bonnie hits her with "You're a little lying cunt, and I can fucking sense your heartbeat, bitch. So I know what you're fucking doing."
Is this a thing?
I don't think so.
Because Daredevil's always like, "I can hear the heartbeat of that man, and he's a liar."
Oh yeah, I think
send him to prison for 15 years for stealing bread or something.
I think it is, unless you're like been trained by the CIA since birth or whatever. Yeah. I think like it is a thing that your heart will naturally fluctuate when you tell a lie.
Yeah, but to the point where you can feel it through your pulse, like.
Oh, but that's bullshit. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that has to be bullshit.
First of all, I can't even feel my heartbeat through my pulse. Is that a problem? Maybe I should talk to my doctor.
Nathan's dead. I've been hosting.
Am I dead?
Who's been hosting this?
Oh no! I'm trying to get a pulse. I got no reading.
No, you don't. That just typically means you can't find a pulse. Because I sometimes can't find mine.
Yeah. You ever do that? Well, I'm doing it right now. I don't know, man.
Let's all do it. Especially if you're driving a car. Stop. Don't stop. Just take your hands off the wheel and try and feel your pulse.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Jesus, take the wheel, indeed. No, but I like this scene. I think,
yes.
Although Clara doesn't have a lot of wiggle room, she's doing everything she can to be like, fuck you, I will call your bluff.
Yes, so Bonnie is like, right, you're gonna fucking answer my questions, and if you lie, I'll fucking kill you, cunt, because I can do that, so shut up and fuck you.
Yeah.
Alright? And she's like, alright, so fucking tell me, fucking, what is it she asks her? She's like, fucking...
she goes through a few things. So she's like, she asks her, like she's playing 20 questions. She goes through like questions you cannot lie to.
Yes.
Basically. So the first one is like, where's the fucking Osgood box?
Yes.
Which
like, she answers. She says, under the Tower of London, Unit HQ. And then I think she says, where specifically?
Yes, and it's in the Black Archive.
The Black Archive, we all know it.
Yeah, we've all been there. We've all had our memory wiped. We don't remember, we've all been there.
Yeah. There's like a point where, a brain fart. There's like a point where she lies without lying, you know? She doesn't lie, but she like withholds information.
Yeah, she just doesn't answer that question in the way you'd expect it to be answered, yeah.
Or she does answer it, and what she says is true,
yeah.
but it's not necessarily helpful.
Yeah, really. She says, like, who has access? Does the docs have access to it? And Clara's like, of course he'd have access to it. Yes. And, like, that just kind of omits the fact that she would also have access to it.
Here it is. Zygon Clara asks, how'd you get in? Is it a key or a code or a pass or a key code or what is it?
Yeah.
And she's like, I can't. And she's like,
oh, yes, yeah.
You're not lying. Why aren't you lying?
I can't give you access.
Yeah, I can't give you access. She's just like, you can't give me access because I already have access.
Yeah.
Am I right? And she's like, fuck, you got me. Yeah.
Because I look like you.
Yeah.
You sexy bitch. Clara.
Yeah. Anyway, I love this moment where the doctor pulls up at the fucking place where Flatline was shot.
Yeah.
And he just gets out the van and goes, London, what a dump.
Yeah. It's so good. Osgood's like genuinely like a little bit like, you spend a lot of time here to be calling it a dump, and he's like, yeah, people try and kill me all the time, doesn't mean I like it.
Yeah, he says I spend an awful lot of time being shot at and exterminated as well. You know. That's good stuff.
So fucking Clara is still being interrogated by Bonnie, and she says that basically the crux of it boils down to the fact that there's a big make Zygons naked button, right? Like,
so yes, so the box, what it does, it will unmask the Zygons, as in make all Zygons who are currently human back to Zygon again for up to an hour, basically.
Yeah, which is exactly what Bonnie wants.
Yes, because that will freak people out and start a war, basically.
Yes.
So,
it's I really fucking like this scene because Clara says something to the effect of like, it's like most of the Zygons want peace, and Bonnie says that like they no longer get a choice in that, and like this is terrorism. This is clean as fucking can be terrorism. Like, you 100%. Are just choosing your beliefs over the mass population's beliefs and inflicting your ideology onto everyone, whether they want it or not. That's terrorism.
Yeah. And Clara's like you can't win this war. This isn't a war you can win. And Bonnie's just like, okay, you know, she's fucking insane. Really.
We get to it in a speech later on, right? But fucking it's called out. It's just petulant child behavior. It's just if I'm gonna lose, then you're gonna lose.
Yeah, I think she says like, you know, then we'll die in the fire. You know, we'll rather die than live in chains.
Cool.
Which is how she perceives it. And you know, not saying she's totally wrong, but there's definitely like a discussion to be had. Really.
Yeah. There's what she's saying makes sense, but it is, when you boil it down, it is dying for no reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
But yeah, so Bonnie asks why it's called the Osgood box, and Clara won't tell her. She says, you're gonna figure it out soon enough, and you're gonna be really thankful you kept me alive.
Yes.
Which is kind of the ultimate, like, even if it's bullshit, which it doesn't turn out to be bullshit, but even if it's bullshit, that's the ultimate, like, just plant that tiny seed of doubt. You probably want to keep me alive for this. That's smart play from Clara.
That's very good stuff. Very good stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, off she goes. She turns off the TV. And Doctor and Osgood are walking through that little spooky shopping centre. It's quite haunted. It's quite spooky.
Yeah.
He asks her name, and then she's like, "Well, what's yours, cunt?" And he says Basil. Like he takes a second to think about it, and then he just goes Basil.
Basil, Doctor.
Yeah. And then she says Petronella, which is her name.
Yeah.
And then he just goes, oh, okay, let's just stick with what we have.
Let's but like, and by the way, it never comes up at like they don't continue that conversation. It's just that was a mistake. Why did I ask you that?
Yeah, but then he's asking again, she human or Zygon?
Yes,
and she's like, it's not important, you know, it doesn't matter. It's whatever. But that's where they run into the little Zygon man.
Yeah, and he's like, go away, you fucked it. I wanted to be a little Zygon man and live here.
Yeah. The doctor's like, we can help you, can't we? We can help you out. But then he gives him a little zap and he runs off again. Yeah.
So he disappears. And we touch back in with him in a second, but in the midst of that, Kate arrives.
From North America.
She's arrived here quickly.
Yeah, she just walked through that tunnel from North America.
Which makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, from, what was it, New Mexico to fucking to South London.
It's just like popping down the shops.
Yeah, mate, fucking brisk 15-minute walk there, mate. Don't even worry about it.
Easy
put on a podcast, put in your AirPods, you'll be there in no time, mate, you know? Brisk, man.
So my note reads, just because I got rused by the Clara thing, right? I said this last week. I got rused by it, right? So I've had it on record here as I wrote my notes in chronological order. I said Kate arrives. She's 1,000,000,000% still Kate.
Yeah, 100%.
It's so fucking obvious that she's not Zygon Kate.
Yeah, she's like, I'm a Zygon. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, don't ask me any questions.
Yeah, I'm not changing just because but don't worry about it. I'm a Zygon.
It's like, if you're a Zygon, how did you get here so quick? It's like my big strides.
Yeah, I'm a big quick Zygon. Don't worry about it. All right. Anyway, this doctor's like fucking. He's talking to this little. I don't know why I keep calling him little, like a little boy. He's not a little boy, but this little Zygon man. Yeah, regular sized man. And he's like, we can help you. And he's like, no, your truthful consequences. You're here to hurt me or whatever. He says, I'm not part of your fight. I never wanted to fight anyone. I just wanted to live here. Why can't I just live? Which is quite heartbreaking. Really.
Genuinely, quite. I know it's goofy because it's a big rubber man and everything else, and he turns into a big rubber Zygon and all of this, but it's genuinely quite a hard-hitting scene, and given where the episode goes on, kind of its commentary on the futility of war and kind of the pointlessness of it all, it's genuinely horrible watching the fallout of it, because this is what it looks like when regular people just pay the price. 100%. This guy woke up in the morning, just living his life, and he fucking kills himself because people in his chain of command can't see how quality of life will actually worsen for the people they claim to fight for the rights of.
The doctor says to him, we're on your side. And he just goes, I'm not on anyone's side. You know, I just want to live. This is my home. Then he kills himself. He fully just fucking zaps himself and takes his own life, which is brutal.
It's fun, mate. It's hard to see. And it's also I wrote down, look at racism in the UK after terror attacks. The amount of people that get fucking hate crimed after terror attacks.
Yeah.
It's just, it's the fallout. It's regular people paying the price for a terrorist ideology and the terrorist ideology is claiming to fight for them.
Yeah, a terrorist ideology which they have absolutely nothing to do with as well. Yeah.
So often don't hold their faith. The terrorists claim to have their faith, and it's just a bastardized evil version of their faith.
Yeah.
It's despicable stuff. But I think the episode's this is not a necessary scene for the episode, so I like its inclusion that it's here, because it is hard hitting, and I can't imagine a scenario where they'd go, it doesn't add to the plot, take it out, because it's actually a bit rough, to be honest.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
So Kate rocks up. She's like, fucking hell, I'm here. And the doctor's like, oh, Kate, you're all right. I heard otherwise. And she's like, don't worry about it, cunt. I'm not a Zygon.
Yeah, I'm in clear, deep cover.
She's there's 3 levels of cover going on here.
Yes.
She's not a Zygon, pretending to be a Zygon, pretending not to be a Zygon.
Yes, which obviously sets the doctor off, because he's like, something's fucked.
Something weird's going on here.
I don't quite know what's fucked, but something's fucked.
She's playing a good game, though. Good on her.
Good on her, indeed. Bonnie rocks up to the Black Archive. And I don't know if you had this same thought, but when I saw Clara's pod when it was stood still, I thought it was a lot bigger than when it was when they were wheeling it in. Clara's pod is really small, and I looked at it and I paused the shot and I was thinking to myself, where's Jenna Coleman's legs here? Jenna Coleman
is also very small.
Yeah, but not this small. It looks like they've put her in a little fucking tricycle trailer.
I don't know if the pod was that small. It didn't seem that tiny to me.
It felt smaller than I was ready for.
It's not big enough to house small Jenna Coleman.
Yeah, but I don't know whether she's on her knees in the pod.
I don't think she's on her knees. Don't put that image into my head.
No, that's on you. I didn't say anything bad.
I don't think she's on her knees. I think it's tall enough for her to be up in.
I don't know, maybe. But I don't know, it just seems small. Seems small and funny to me.
Didn't seem that small.
Go and check it out, listeners.
It's not small, it's normal sized, okay?
Oh, okay. Sorry, Nathan.
It's average size.
I didn't realise that would be such a trigger for you. So yeah, this is something else I wrote down. Bonnie likes being Clara. She's like, I like being you because the unit just wave you on through. And I'm like, what, even now? Even when you're wheeling in obviously other Clara in a goo pod.
Even when you've got... Oh, yeah. That's a good point. I was going to say when you got two Zygons behind you, but they're not Zygons at this point, are they?
No, they're little soldier boys.
Yeah, they're
not
soldiers.
Soldier Boy.
They're Soldier Boy talent.
Yo!
Crank that Soldier Boy, everyone.
Now hit the Superman ho.
Oh, that's crazy. Anyway, they head into the Black Archive, and like Clara, Zygon Clara's on the phone. She's like, "Fucking, we're here, cunt. We got the fucking." Kate and the Doctor and Osgood, they go back to their little Zygon cave, and they're like, "Oh, look at all these pods or whatever." And Osgood's like, "Doctor, I think they're Zygons, mate." And he's like, "Yeah, no shit, mate."
Really?
But Zygon Kate, no, Zygon, fuck, this is confusing.
There's too many Zygons.
I know. Zygon Clara is on the phone to not Zygon Kate, who is pretending to be a Zygon.
Yes.
And she's like, right, we got the Doctor, and he's like fucking, and Zygon Clara's like, great, that's sick. I've just found the Osgood boxes. They're gonna fucking eat their words when I open. Oh, you little cunt. Because then she sees what's going on. This is where the reveal of we find out why it's called the Osgood box.
Yes.
Lawrence, were you shook?
I was shook, and I'll be honest, I'm annoyed because it seems obvious.
Seems so obvious in hindsight, doesn't it?
Yes, but alas, not when you're watching it for the first time, because you keep going, like, because they set up a mystery and you go, I'm not smart enough to solve it. Right? Because I'm not a writer and I don't know how TV works, right? But then you watch it and you go, the first instinct is always the first instinct, isn't it? Like, I should have landed here.
So it's called the Osgood box because there's two of them. There's actually two Osgood boxes. So Zygon Clara sees this and is like, you little fucker. All right, bring the Doctor. We need him alive. So fucking bring him here now, cunts.
Yeah.
And then Kate kills the Zygons or whatever. Oh,
mate, right. So this unintentionally, I think, is the funniest scene in the show in a long time.
Okay.
Because Kate fucking... Right, I've written down Kate Torchwood's the Zygons, right?
Oh, yeah,
straight up.
Fair.
Right. And then fucking... The doctor goes... Kate goes, bang, bang, the Zygons die. And the doctor goes, Kate, how did you survive? The other Zygons. And it flashes back to Kate just going bang, 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 bang on another Zygon.
Yes.
It's so fucking funny.
With a gun.
With a gun.
That's how.
I just fucking... It's the fact that it gave us a flashback to see it. And I was like, I don't know if you were aiming for laughs there, but that is top tier comedy.
I don't think they was aiming for laughs. Really.
No, did it not make you laugh? Did you not see it as like a bit funny?
It is quite funny. Yeah, it's very good. I don't think it's what they were aiming for, but yeah, it is very good. Yeah.
Oh, Lord. But yeah, so but also, by the way, I thought they were going to do more with the red and blue box. I thought it would be a bit matrixy, but it just wasn't. It's just two colours in the box.
Matrixy.
Well, red poo.
Red poo.
Consult your GP.
Wow. No, I'll tell you what, we'll hear more about red poo after these ends. All right.
How were they? How were the red poo ads, everyone?
How were the red poo ads? So you thought red pill, blue pill boxes were going to be something?
I thought it might be a bit matrixy, but it wasn't.
No, you're an idiot.
Because there's a whole thing of like, choose what box, choose what pill, that kind of thing.
Blood's always looking for a reference.
I did the Leo point, and I was like, oh, apparently not. I even wrote down in my notes, like the Matrix, and then just never expanded on that thought again.
Nothing can be ever coloured red or blue without being the Matrix.
Every time I look at my tap, I go, the Matrix.
The Matrix. Which one will I choose?
Oh, no. So if I have hot water, then I'm no longer woke, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, the Doctor has an absolutely banger line. It says, "Why does peacekeeping always involve killing?" And it's like one of his first little side comments on just like him musing on the tragedy of war. Because once he started down this path, he really just keeps doing it. This is the longest Doctor speech ever that also stops and starts again a few times, I think.
It's very good.
It's amazing, yeah.
It's very good. Bonnie asks him which one's the one that will normalize all the people. Like, and he's like, fucking tell me or I'll fucking kill Clara. And he's like, all right, it's the blue one. And she's like, you better not be lying to me. And he's like, I'm not lying. Fucking open it up and you'll see. So she does. And then she opens up the box and she's presented with 2 buttons, truth or consequences. And then she gets mad. She opens up the other one. Exact same situation. Truth or consequences. She doesn't know which is which.
Bonnie cannot stop getting duped in this episode.
Oh, man, she keeps catching L's, man.
There is enough Bonnie L clips to make a little compilation of Bonnie just get crashing out over lies she's been told in this episode.
She's having a bad day. Is our Bonnie.
Is. But I know that's funny to talk about, but in the sense it does. It emphasizes something the Doctor will say in a minute, which is just like, you don't have a clue what you're doing. You've just heard we've got big device, so you go, I want big device now. Like, that's all it is. It's good writing, I think.
Maybe that's a criticism of, war.
I've never seen you pause it so just mindlessly, just like, maybe, who knows?
I'm just positive, I'm just thinking, just musing,
you got to muse on the art of war from time to time.
Yeah, you got to muse, you got to do some shit. Anyway, Kate killed those Zygons, so that's sick. And then they go to Black Archive, basically.
Yeah. So Kate and Bonnie essentially line up at their boxes.
They're in the box. We got a box. You got a box. Everyone's got a box.
We got a box. I chose the red box. You chose the blue box.
Yes.
It's like the Matrix, Kate said.
Yes.
Bonnie said, what's that? I haven't seen the Matrix.
Yes.
So, truth or consequences, they both ask. And the Doctor decides it's time for an American accent, which I appreciated.
Yeah. It's not a good American accent.
No, it's quite a bad one, but I appreciate that he's really going for it.
He's going for this like cheesy kind of like game show host style. Like he's like, Bonnie dear, one of those boxes kills all Zygons.
Yeah.
One of them fucking does this. Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's an unusual choice, I think.
It
works, but like when you look at the caliber of writing of the speech, it's a big risk, isn't it?
I guess so. Yeah, it could very easily come across as silly and not needed, but I think it works for the scene. Really.
Yeah, and mate, any acting choice by Capaldi, I just have to, even if I'm not necessarily fully on board with it, I have to just go, he operates on a different playing field. I'm not ready for this choice yet.
This is a big scene, okay?
Yes,
and it's the scene of the episode.
Yes,
really. And that makes it difficult to talk about because I don't know where to fucking start, man.
It's basically just a big Doctor speech, isn't it?
It's a big fucking Doctor speech, and it's very good. It's like, what is there to say about it other than it's very good. The Doctor makes some really fucking great points about war and how at the end of the day it's fucking useless and futile because it'll always end up in the fucking exact same situation.
Yeah.
And how it's a cycle and everything like that. But overall, just incredible, really.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a phenomenal fucking speech. And also, like, something that, before we kind of get into the weeds of it, I really, really fucking love how much faith they have in Capaldi, right?
Yes.
Because if he whiffs this scene, if he whiffs the speech, or it's not a good delivery or whatever, right? The entirety of the episode hinges on this, because Bonnie has to completely 180 her ideology, right? This scene has to convince me, the audience, that it would be enough to make a terrorist completely fucking flip in the other direction.
Yes.
And Capaldi sells it, man. Every single word out of his mouth, you get it. And the performance is so nuanced and layered because it's not just exasperated. It's exasperated, but also desperately trying to be kind. But he's like, you guys just don't fucking get it, man. I am a larger being than you. I'm seeing the full picture here, and you're wrong. Like,
I really do love those exasperated moments, though. They're like, I just want you to see, man. You're like, you're so fucking close to getting the point, man. And that makes it so much more frustrating. I just want to nudge you that little bit further so you can open your eyes and see what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, it's you can see his face going, you're at the goalpost, just kick the fucking ball. Like, you're so close. Like, it's brilliant. It's a fantastic speech. There's a couple of interesting lines. One of the most interesting, I think, being, how are you going to protect your glorious revolution from the next one?
Yes,
like,
love that.
What an excellent line to summarize the fucking, it's the cycle of cruelty that just keeps going, whether you want it to or not.
I also love, you just want cruelty to beget cruelty.
Yes.
You're not superior to people who are cruel to you. You're just a whole bunch of new cruel people. A whole bunch of new cruel people being cruel to some other people who'll end up being cruel to you. Amazing.
Jesus Christ. Fucking full on shit.
Really good.
Something I fucking really, really, really appreciate about this as well is typically a doctor's speech is heroic. And like supposed to be this moment of I'm the line in the sand. Enough is enough. But this is the doctor trying to encourage them to do something. It's encouraging them to make a choice. He's not really an active participant. He's just trying to persuade them to do the right thing. And
at the end of the day, that it's even more interesting because the whole thing is pointless.
Yeah.
We find out the whole thing is fucking pointless.
He doesn't have to do this. Yeah.
He doesn't. Yeah, exactly. And that's what makes it more interesting. The boxes do fuck all.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
They do absolutely fucking nothing. It's just basically a metaphor, really. and that's
another seismic L for Bonnie.
Yes, exactly. And but that makes it all the more interesting because the Doctor could, like, he's not playing it as if it means nothing. He's playing it as if, like, there's fucking world-ending consequences for this, you know? And he could very easily sit back, kick his feet up and go, do it, see what happens, you know? But he's not. He's really trying to get through. He's really trying to make a difference because at the end of the day, he knows that's the only way to truly change things, really.
Yeah, you're not gonna keep having to do this if you don't try and drum in really how fucking serious it actually is.
Yeah.
Something that I really like about it is it's not the heroics that you'd expect. It's just more realistic. Like Bonnie's like, it's not fair, and the Doctor's like, yeah, and my TARDIS parks shit, and I don't have a tailor, but fucking grow up. It's the world. Like, you can't just throw your toys out the pram because of it. Like, I really do appreciate how he's not gussying up this false sense of, no, the world is unfair to you. He's like, yeah, you've been dealt a shit hand, but are you going to keep being a prick about it or try and change and be kind? Like, it's
and
lovely.
then there's a moment where, like, both Bonnie and, by the way, I think it's a testament to Jenna Coleman how we keep calling them Bonnie as well.
Yeah,
like,
it's natural. Yeah,
it's so natural, and at no point am I thinking this is Clara throughout this scene. You know, it's so incredible that the big Doctor standing off against the villain of this episode is both Peter Capaldi and Jenna Coleman.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
It's the Doctor and Clara, but non Clara. You know, it's really good, really interesting.
It is really, really cool. Yeah.
But yeah, there's a moment where, like, both like fucking Kate and Bonnie are like, right then, fucking 50 chance, let's fucking go, let's see what happens. And the Doctor's like, all right, fingers on buzzers, who's gonna be quickest, who's gonna be first, let's go. And they're like, why are you doing this? And he just goes, because it's not a fucking game.
Yeah.
Okay, can't you see that? This is war. Every war ever fought right there in front of you, because it's always the same. When you fire that first shot, no matter how right you feel, you have no idea who's gonna die. It's so good. It's so well written, I think.
It's a phenomenally written monologue, and I think it's a. Do we want to necessarily get into the weeds of this? I think every now and again on social media you see this. This is one of the famous Doctor Who clips, right? These episodes are fresh and new to me, but I've seen this clip numerous times. Yeah,
you will have. I think it's often used insensitively.
I do too.
Times.
I was curious how you felt about it. Yeah.
I think, like, anytime anything remotely, you know, warlike or whatever, that's not the right word, but you know what I mean, happens, like, people are very quick to share this clip, and I'm like, I'm not sure that's the right context for this,
inherent tragedy, and you'll get some fucking nerd being like, Doctor Who, man, it keeps coming true, doesn't it? It keeps prophesizing.
I fully agree with the sentiment of the speech and everything, and I think it is like really fucking incredible. But it doesn't apply to every situation.
Yes, don't bust this one out just because something bad happened in your country. Like it may not have the context that you require it to have for your point.
Yes.
It's always a nice sentiment.
Yes,
but like, come on, let's think about it before we do that. Yeah,
100%. Yeah.
I think this is a phenomenal monologue. I think the Capaldi sells it so much. I think everyone sells it. There's a heartbreaking moment when Kate puts the box down and just apologizes to the doctor, and he's like, "I know you're sorry," and then, like, it takes that extra kind of moment for Bonnie. But what is so great here is that the Doctor is able to tie it back to the Day of the Doctor. It's not just that plot thread from Day of the Doctor anymore. It actually now is thematically relevant to Day of the Doctor. When the Doctor was like, I also had a big fucking button day where it was me against everyone else, and I chose to. Well, Clara got into my head.
No, she says, what happened? Well, how did you stop it? And he says, same thing that happened to you. I let Clara Oswald get inside my head.
Yeah.
And trust me, she doesn't leave. Beautiful.
So sad. Not even the saddest line about.
He also says, like, you have a distinct disadvantage. Like, I know that face. You know.
Ladies, where can I find a man as this? Bro's out here writing poetry to like make Clara. Oh my lord, Nathan. I know where we're at in season 9, and I don't want to keep going. I want to stop soon and just pretend this relationship goes on forever. That's what I want.
Well, look, we gotta
persevere.
We gotta keep going. Yeah, we gotta push forward. We know how hard it's gonna be, but hey, we gotta do.
I don't even know how hard it is. I just know that everyone says Heaven Sent is the best episode of Doctor Who ever, and I'm not ready for it at all.
Well,
God damn it!
It's gonna be an interesting time in a couple of weeks.
Bloody Nora. But yeah, what happened here? How does this end up? So the boxes are empty.
Boxes are empty. They all realize that he wipes Kate's and the soldiers and the fucking anyone who doesn't really matter's memory.
Yeah.
But Zygella, Bonnie, keeps her memory, as does Clara and Osgood and everyone else, I think.
Yeah. What do you think about this memory reset wipe situation?
I think it makes sense, given the
too.
circumstances. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is one of them things in a lesser episode, right? Yeah. You could see this as a stakes go bye-bye button.
Oh, it's not stakes go bye-bye at all.
No, I don't think it is. I think they've set up this weird little memory fan extractor situation that's like above the Black Archive. They've used it quite well up to this point, and I love the reveal of like Kate's like, we can't just forget the boxes are empty, and the Doctor's like, oh, but you can.
the reason it's not stakes fucking go bye-bye is because Bonnie remembers, okay?
Yes, yeah.
And that's what's important, okay?
Because she could start this all over again. She could start on her bullshit the next day.
At the end of the day, Kate's not going to wake up tomorrow and decide to start a war with the Zygons, is she?
Yes,
you know?
Correct.
Like, so that's the principle of it.
Yeah, really. She did forget that woman that she just shot multiple times, though.
Yeah, probably for the best.
Well, she put a load of kids in a bin or whatever, didn't she? So fuck her, I guess. Yeah.
So Bonnie's like, so you're gonna protect me, and Osgood's like, well, yeah, you're one of us now, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
And then she goes to the little Zygon pod thing and shuts and like gives the order to put in the ceasefire, basically, to stand down, for everyone to stand down. Basically.
Ceasefire's all good. Don't worry about it anymore.
Yeah.
L on everyone that
back
died.
in place. Yeah. Don't worry about that.
It is quite funny that Bonnie's like, if everyone else, Bonnie's had like a little weekend revolution and then gone, don't worry, it's chill, actually.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, had a bad week.
Great moment where we're kind of like wrapping up. They get to the TARDIS, and then they're outside the TARDIS, and Osgood's like, the TARDIS. What does it stand for? And the Doctor's like, what?
Yeah, are you kidding me?
You don't know that? Are you fucking insane?
You know I've got 12 regenerations, but you don't know what TARDIS stands for.
He sounds so disappointed. And he's like, she says, I've heard a couple of different versions. And he says, well, I made it up. It stands for Totally and Radical Driving in Space.
Yeah, great. Why not?
Good stuff.
I like this scene because, again, we spoke about how Osgood throughout this episode is essentially a companion. She gets to fulfill the role of being side by side with the Doctor the whole episode.
Yep.
And to cement this, the Doctor even offers her, there's room for you on the TARDIS if you're keen. And I fucking love that she just this must be the dream of a lifetime for her, but she turns it down.
She's been handed the keys to the kingdom.
Literally. Yeah. And I think it's so awesome because the Doctor offered it to her because of her principles, and her principles are the reason she stays. Because she goes, that's not 100%. For me. Someone needs to be here to keep an eye on this shit.
Yeah.
Which is great. Fantastic writing, I think. Amazing character, I think.
Amazing character. And you know what's even more heartbreaking?
What?
This is the last time we see her.
What?
Yeah.
Seriously?
That's 100%. This is the last time we see Osgood. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Genuinely a great character, and unfortunately, this is the last we've seen of her.
Why?
I don't know. They love to just change up unit pretty much every couple of seasons, apart from Kate. Kate's the one consistent, but then they'll change the support staff around her, and then
I don't understand. Because this is not the first time this has happened. This has happened with Jenny, Strax, and Madame Vastra and everything else.
Well, that's not unit, but
not unit, but stop introducing characters that are reoccurring and then just dropping them like a stone.
Yeah. It's a bit of a shame, really.
That is a shame. That's a massive shame. Because I know the show changes, but I would still firmly put this, given the continuation with Clara as well, this is still firmly in the Matt Smith, Stephen Moffat, Peter Capaldi era of the show. It feels like the same show it did in season 5. So, why bin these people? Why get rid of them? It just seems so strange.
Don't know. Can't say.
Weird, man. Weird. I would say that's always been a gripe I've had with Doctor Who. I just wish there was a bit more continuation on certain vibes and eras.
Yeah, I do too. And that stuff we'll discuss as we go on.
Oh, there's a scene in the 60th that was fucking huffing paint for me. I was like, yes, they mentioned characters that I remember. Yes!
Anyway, then there's 2 Osgoods again, because Bonnie's on Osgood now. Yeah. So that's good stuff.
I said Osgrates.
Osgrates. Nice. That's Osgood stuff.
That's Osgood stuff. I really like that. My head went, she survived the plane crash. Oh, it's Bonnie. Okay, fair enough. It is Bonnie. That makes sense.
Yeah. The Doctor's the same though. The Doctor's like, what? How is that? Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
It makes sense that it's the shapeshifter woman that's now on side that can be anyone. Yeah.
Anyway, that's where we end it. They get to work. They do a little puff of their fucking what's the thing called? Their
little the inhaler.
Inhaler, thank you.
Yeah. We're just 2 blokes who remember words this episode.
Yes. And off they go to save the world and do unit and shit.
Well, off they go, but inside the TARDIS, there is one of the most incredible lines I've ever seen in my life that I can't believe you were about to skip over.
Yes, sorry. Yes, a brief little scene of Clara and the Doctor from the TARDIS. Clara's like, hey, you must have thought I was dead for a while there. And he's like, yeah, well, I can guess so. And she's like, how was that for you? He's longest month of my life. She says, it could have only been 5 minutes or whatever. And he just goes, I'll be the judge of time, as he pulls down the lever.
Just his delivery on that line.
Yeah.
Incredible work from Capaldi. Really is. In this episode specifically, insane stuff from him.
One of his best. I don't think he won an award for this, but stupid if that's the case.
You can see that he should have done.
He should have give him the Emmy, give him the Oscar, give him the Golden Globe, give him the Tony.
Yeah.
What else is there? Emmy, Golden Globe, Oscar. That's it. EGOT.
He should have won all 15 EGOTs over and over by now.
I've got 2 EGOTs. I don't know. Anyway.
I tell you, we'll close out the thoughts with this, right? So it's been a while since we recorded last week's episode 2 weeks ago, right?
Yes.
And then before that, we hadn't recorded for about 6 or so weeks, right?
Yes.
So for me, right, and because last week I don't believe there was a TARDIS scene, for me, it's been about 7 to 8 weeks since I've seen the TARDIS.
Oh,
and
sexual.
It was very sexual.
There technically was a TARDIS scene last week. It was when Pierre, the Doctor, was playing guitar as the text message.
Oh, there was, wasn't it? Well, I didn't register it, right? Because there was a big wide shot of this TARDIS.
I ignored it.
Yeah, I ignored it because I went, I'll make a point next week. Don't worry about this.
Yeah.
No, but it's been a while since I've registered the TARDIS, and seeing the interior of this TARDIS in an establishing wide shot, it just actually genuinely made me smile, and I went, this looks great. This is awesome.
Beautiful, isn't it? Isn't it goated?
It's delightful. Yeah.
Isn't it the best TARDIS interior there is?
Yes.
Yes! I win! I win! Oh, I don't like your silver and spaceship and boring.
No, the old one was silver and spaceship.
It's your fucking words,
I am still on my bullshit, right? That Matt Smith's version of this TARDIS is really boring.
It's the same one, and I told you to wait, you stupid, ugly cunt.
Why am I ugly?
No, you're not. You're a beautiful, man.
Nathan, I believe it might be time for us to talk about some kids in the beginning of the episode.
Weirdo of the Week! Weirdo.
This is everyone's favourite section of the show where we get to take a chance to look back on some of the weird and wonderful and grubby little fuckers who come across our screen each and every week. Yes. So clearly we have the same weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is the blank faces of no reaction little boys. Yes.
We haven't been directed because I think the director didn't realise he was going to use this shot.
So we didn't really mention this earlier, but when that guy was turning into a Zygon, he like runs out into the street, runs up to like three little lads sat on a little wall or whatever.
Yeah, some youths,
and he's like
some estate youths.
And he's like, help me, and then he like fully turns into a Zygon, and there is just the blankest expression on these three guys' face, literally no fucking reaction whatsoever to any of it.
Not a single one of them even budges. They don't move. They don't.
They're just. It's as if they don't know. They're just fucking staring blankly at it, man. It's insane.
It's not the focus of the scene, right? But the man is giving it everything, right?
Yeah.
It's such a this is, and by the way, now it makes sense. You know when I skipped over this, right?
Yeah.
It was because I didn't write my note down because I'd just written it down in my weirdo section, so I'd forgotten to write it down in my actual notes.
Okay.
Right. And I just think, like, insane that this man is giving it 110% to sell this transformation effect. It's gutting, it's heart-wrenching, and then these kids are just like, what?
Literally no reaction, just complete blank faces. Like, anyway, what are you having for tea?
Yeah.
You know? Like, crazy, fucking crazy.
Oh, it is indeed crazy. And that, Nathan, was our weirdo section of the week.
That was beautiful. I'm glad we could share that moment. That was nice.
Yeah, we did share that moment. That was a nice little moment we had there together, I think.
A nice little moment between two beautiful boys.
Yeah, tell us more about how beautiful we are while I pull up something else for our sex.
For
our sex.
Our sex? What?
Our sex.
What do you mean, our sex?
No, I meant to say our next segment. I was wrong.
Oh, our next segment. Yeah. I can see how that can happen.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, dead air.
Dead air, indeed. There it is. Well, I'll tell you what, Nathan. It is time for the next segment that we do.
Oh, he's brought it back, everyone.
I did. It's time for the audience to have their say. If you're new, you can write in and let us know what your thoughts are on the episode. You can do that on the emails or the Discord. We pick some, we read some out on the show, and we have a bloody good time discussing them. Nathan, do we get any emails? Because we still don't know how Still Got Thoughts works this season, do we?
We do have some emails to go through.
Hell yeah.
First one is from a mysterious stranger. Ooh. Okay. This is actually a follow-on from something we mentioned last week on the podcast.
Hell yeah.
Hey up, lads. I have no idea what episode you're even covering this week, but in your episode on the Zygon Inversion, Nathan asked if anyone would be willing to draw you guys a TARDIS all of your own. Well, I tried. I tried to split it between the upper sci-fi sections that Nathan prefers and the lower organic tree-like bits that Lawrence always defends. Ended up a bit of a mess, though. I also added some baby mobile/cot toys to hang from the wires, so if Nathan Jr. can't tag along for a dangerous adventure, he can still hang back and never want for the stars. Lately, I've been drafting my own little scripts for a Doctor Who fan comic series I've been planning, and the pod has really helped me settle in for a back-breaking drawing session. I've got 11 of these things to do, so let's see how far I get before I'm completely losing my mind.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, I've rambled enough. Hope you guys like the art. Keep doing what you're doing. All my love to new dad Lawrence and true dad Nathan. Yours, mysterious stranger.
I don't like that.
And then they have included the drawing of the TARDIS console room, which is beautiful. Are you seeing this?
Could you text it to me, because I have a new phone and I've not yet signed into the email.
Okay, great.
Oh no, I should be able to, shouldn't I? Because you've done that passkey thing.
Yeah, you should be able to. Yeah.
Everyone, hold a minute.
I'll probably be quicker for me to just send it to you, though.
Yeah, maybe, but this is solving a future problem. And Nathan, I'm trying to be proactive.
Okay, great. Good stuff.
I'm in.
No.
Ha, I looked at it before your text.
Okay, great.
Oh my god, this is awesome.
Incredible, right?
This is... Oh, what a nice melding. Let's have a little look.
I just got a Google security alert of someone trying to sign into the Stillgotlegspodcast email account.
Try. I'm in. You can't kick me out. Oh, this is awesome. This is genuinely so cool. I love the fact, like, the shattered fucking little rotor as well. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'll make sure to share that when the episode goes out, so you should be able to see it.
Yeah.
In the Discord and on the Instagram, probably. But yeah, that's beautiful. That is absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, this is genuinely awesome. Thank you so much for doing that. We always say, like, hey, if anyone wants to draw something, like, we never actually expect anyone to, and when people do, it's really genuinely quite heartwarming.
Absolutely beautiful. We have like we don't have this anywhere for people to access. It's just for us, really. But we have like a little folder in our Google Drive just for the artworks that people have shared and submitted, just because we love them so much. Yeah. They're all so fucking amazing.
I think I said it last week. Like, there's genuinely nothing. If you, like, every now and again, I just click on it and I go, this is cool. This is really cool that people have spent their time to do this.
Absolutely. So yeah, thank you for that, mysterious stranger, whoever you are. In the subject line, they said, "Please don't dox me." So that's what I'm doing.
That's fair enough.
Anyway, what?
We know that this person's actually Peter Andre.
We do. They are Peter Andre.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have said that, though. This next email is from Leah Marie Farrell, who I just doxed. And they say, "Hi, Nathan and Lawrence. Hello. Evil Clara is hot." I agree. The Doctor's speech is amazing, and how he shows all the emotions, saying it to is heartwarming. Overall, the episode is great. Little emoji, which I can't quite see because my eyes are bad. From the Penguin of the Discord / the Penguin of the Patreon / the Penguin of Minecraft.
Yeah,
Leah Marie.
Mate, Leah, some of your stuff in Minecraft is genuinely fucking insane.
Oh, mate. Fucking insane. We was on Minecraft earlier. We was looking at some stuff. Genuinely fucking insane stuff going on there.
I'd quelled my son off for a nap and I thought, time to get on Minecraft.
Again, you can join the Still Got Legs Minecraft server. Join the Discord for the details of that, and you'll be able to get in there and play Minecraft.
Play Minecraft with us all. You'll be able to see everything going on.
This last email is from Nat Catarino.
Whoa!
Who says, "Hey Nathan." Oh, sorry. She says, "Hey Lawrence and Nathan. I feel like this story often gets reduced to just being the quote war speech episode of Series 9, but I genuinely adore everything about this two-parter. It's rich, layered, and incredibly timely considered today's politics. Very, very true. The Zygon human treaty is carried over from the Day of the Doctor, and it's such a clear and thoughtful allegory for the immigrant and refugee experience, primarily Arab and Muslim refugees fleeing Syria. That was a hot button issue in 2015 when the episode aired, and the show doesn't shy away from holding up to a mirror to real world politics. There's this painful truth at the heart of the episode, Refugees and immigrants aren't often expected to fully assimilate. Refugees and immigrants are often expected to fully assimilate into their new home. The second they express any kind of aspect of their own culture, whether that's wearing a hijab, protesting the host country's foreign policy, or simply celebrating different religious holidays, they're suddenly seen as failing to integrate. The Zygons feel like such an intentional stand-in for Muslim immigrants, just like in our world, you have people doing harmful things, brackets like ISIS, but also the vast majority are just trying to live their lives in peace. The show doesn't simplify that dynamic, it highlights the nuance. Zygons are just like us. The two Osgoods are my favourite metaphor in this episode. They perfectly capture the experience of being first-generation immigrant, torn between the culture you come from and the one you're now a part of. Society constantly demands that you pick one, but you are both. And that blend, that dual identity, is valid and powerful. The fact that the show never confirms which Osgood is which makes that message land so beautifully. We didn't touch on that, but that's a very good point.
That's such a good point. I was literally just nodding my head away like a cat.
we never find out which Osgood died, if this one's the Zygon or the human, and just right, it absolutely doesn't matter
because Osgood keeps literally saying, I don't answer that question because it's not fucking relevant.
It's beautiful, it's good stuff. Also, the way Unit talks about bombing Zygon rebels in fake Turkmenistan because we can't track shapeshifters feels like a direct critique of drone strikes in the Middle East. It reminded me of the way Western powers justify bombing entire areas under the excuse that the enemy is hiding among civilians, but somehow it's never their fault when civilians die. The show is really not subtle here, and I love it for that. Anyway, just want to share how much this story means for me. It's not just the big speech, it's the entire conversation the story wants to have, and it's still relevant today. That is unfortunate that it is, but yeah, sadly it is. Lots of love, Nat, she, her, Pearl Goblin on Discord. P.S. I hope Lawrence and Leanne and baby Lauren are doing well.
We're doing very well. Thank you very much, Nat. Man, we didn't touch on that at all, really. The
First of all, it's baby Nathan Jr.
Yes, Nathan, the true father. That's what we established earlier.
Exactly.
No, we didn't really touch on much of that at all. But yeah, it's such a fucking good point that it's like, it doesn't matter to the story at all. And also there is time for subtlety in writing, and there is also time to basically be like, this is a one-to-one parallel. Open your eyes, this shit happens in the real fucking world. It's not just for Doctor Who. Like, that's great stuff.
100%. And I think Nat is absolutely right. I think this episode often gets remembered as speech episode. Doctor anti-war speech. And it's a huge part of the episode, an important part of the episode, and a great part of the episode. But the episode is so much more, is so much richer, is so much more layered than just that. There's so much great stuff throughout both parts of it. I think it's a shame to just recognise one and not the rest that's going on here as well.
I agree. And in on another side of the fence, here's some Discord comments. Harwin/Harry says, thoughts for the Zygon two-parter in general. My God, this really didn't need to be a two-parter, did it? I know it was
wrong.
I know it was the season's gimmicks of being mostly multi-part stories, but these feel the most artificially stretched out. But I do feel like there was a lot of unnecessary bloat that could have been brought down to one episode. I'm pretty sure that one episode would have been great, in fact. The whole thing essentially exists to justify the excellently written and performed speech, but the run-up felt more like a stumbling jog. I disagree. That was Lawrence, that bit at the end.
Hey, Harwin/Harry, how does it feel to be wrong?
You're objectively incorrect, I'm afraid.
You're objectively incorrect. Your opinion is wrong and you're wrong, so you should feel bad for that.
Yeah, you should feel bad for that.
Good on you.
Yeah, that's shame. No, fucking, you can have whatever opinion you like. I disagree with it. I also think Nat did a perfect job of just then explaining why the episode is so much more than just the speech.
Yeah, you can have whatever wrong opinion you want.
Yeah, you're allowed.
Yeah, you're allowed your wrong, bad, dumb opinion.
Yeah. And we're also allowed to call you wrong, bad, and dumb for it.
Yeah, and we're allowed our objectively correct, sexy, handsome opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very objectively sexy and handsome.
Yeah.
What's next on the old Discord? I'll find another one. Sage says fans of this episode need to consider if they actually like the episode or they just like the speech at the end. Don't get me wrong, it's a great speech, but a great speech does not a great episode make.
No, you're absolutely right, Sage. A great episode makes a great episode.
Yeah, and this is one of them.
That's what this is. Yeah, exactly.
Once again, another non-handsome opinion.
What's been cooking in this Discord? Man?
I don't know. I've had my foot off the pedal for a while, clearly.
Bloody hell, man. Let's have a good one, shall we?
Let's have a good one. Garen says, has anyone mentioned the Zygon porno yet?
The what?
I don't know what this is.
What's this?
I hope to never find out, if I'm honest.
Oh, well, I'm gonna right now. Lord forgive me for typing in Zygon porno into Google.
God.
But let's see what comes up.
While you find out, shall I read this last thought I've got?
All right, hold on. Read that next one and I'll find this.
All right. Badass Kitty says, first time giving my thoughts. I finally caught up to the current episodes just at the end of Podageddon. Thanks for keeping me sane at work, lads. I'm glad we kept you sane while we were very much going fucking insane in Podageddon. They say, I really like these episodes on a rewatch. The story and pacing feels very classic Who. Clara in the dream apartment was such a cool visual as well, and she continues to show her resourcefulness and independence. Nathan, I used to be such a Clara hater, but age and a rewatching with both of your views on the character has really, really made me see the light. It's a very different dynamic from the cocky, competent companion to have such an evenly codependent relationship with the Doctor. P.S. Justice for Danny Pink, because he really wasn't that bad. Just too grounded for a woman like Clara. Some of the America stuff is a little slow in the middle, but I love Kate, so I'll give it a pass. Nice to see Osgood stand up to the Doctor and insist on not revealing if she is a human or a Zygon. She knows the ceasefire would truly end if even the Doctor needs to know and lean into the species bias. The speech and Bonnie's change of heart is amazing, but I don't know if I agree with everyone that says it's the only real thing to look back on throughout these episodes. It's 100% agree. Love the pod so much. Congrats on the arrival of little Nathan Jr. Lawrence. Can't wait for the Rewatch podcast in a decade to see his intro in the show. Thank you very much. That's very kind. And yeah, I totally agree. A rogue Danny Pink reference, which I thought we were done with as a show.
Fuck Danny Pink, man.
But yeah, no, totally see that. And
that's very kind. Thank you.
As a previous, I wouldn't say a Clara hater because I'd never seen it, but as a fake faux Clara reactionist. Cunt like myself, it's glad to see someone else has seen the light on Clara and realised she's a fucking awesome character. Good stuff. Dude. That's it for the thoughts. Nathan, did we find out what a Zygon porno was? Yeah,
so it's called Zygon, when being you just isn't enough. Get this, a direct-to-DVD spin-off of the long-running British sci-fi series Doctor Who. Zygon is an officially licensed Doctor Who spin-off made by an independent company called BBV. It departs from the family-friendly nature of Doctor Who by featuring both nudity and sex scenes. In the UK, the film is rated as 18, starring blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah.
Is it the same man in the Zygon outfit?
I doubt it, no. Apparently it came out in 2008.
The BBV, is that the British Broadcasting Vagina?
I can only imagine that's what it is, yeah. The British Broadcasting Vagina.
That's outrageous. Officially licensed is insane.
Officially licensed is fucking insane. Apparently BBV is Bill and Ben Video, so take what you will of that.
Two perverts that love Doctor
Who. Yeah, two perverts, Bill and Ben the Flower Pot Man. Fucking hell, man. That's insane.
There you go.
Zygon porno. I'm going to watch that tonight.
No. Wait, are you going to watch it for research to talk about it on the show, or are you going to watch it for personal reasons?
Lawrence, what's the next segment?
The next segment, Nathan, is where I thank everyone for listening. If they enjoyed the show, they can leave us a little 5-star review. That's so fucking cool when you do that, by the way. And you can follow us on Blue Sky, Instagram, and TikTok at Stillgotlegspod, which would be very, very nice.
Lawrence just remember to do some TikToks this week.
I did do some TikToks. Nina sent me some, and I posted them, and that is the extent of my work.
Thank you, Nina. Thank you.
Thank you. Join the Discord. We mentioned it a little while ago, but you can share your thoughts on the episode or email them over at stillgotlegspodcast@gmail.com. Also, there's just good shit going on in there. Some Minecraft movie watch-alongs.
Oh, yeah. You want to watch the Minecraft movie at 3 in the morning?
Yeah, you want to play Minecraft as well? It's not all Minecraft stuff.
No,
but there is
mostly Minecraft these days.
Minecraft's a lot of it right now, but there's also just loads of conversations. There's some good chances to make some good mates in there. It's a friendly, genuinely, tightly policed place and no room for cunts. So people
don't say tightly policed. We're not fucking...
No, but if anyone acts like a prick, they're out.
Yeah, it's a safe place. Don't be a cunt in there or I'll kill you.
Yeah. And I'll kill you once you're already
I'll show up to your house and kill you.
I'll take Kate's gun and kill you as well.
Because I know where you live. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Even if you haven't signed up to the Patreon, I know where you fucking live. All right. And I'll be there.
He will. Don't judge me. He's like fucking. He's like Liam Neeson in Taken.
Exactly. I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
I don't know what you want.
Yeah.
But what I do know.
Yeah.
Is something
about skills and podcasts.
Something about skills. I have a very particular set of podcasts.
I have a very particular set of skills.
What
I do have is a bizarre accent.
Is a beautiful Irish accent.
That no one can quite place.
No, it's Irish. We can place it.
It's Irish, but sometimes it's American as well.
No, it's always Irish.
Nobody knows what my accent
Shut the fuck up. Anyway, do the rest of your shit.
All right, thank you very much to Nina for managing the short form content, as well as marshalling the Discord alongside Molina, and of course Pierce. And if you're interested in hearing more from us, we've got a Patreon, and you can send us money.
£5 fucking a month. What do they get for that?
What they get for that, Nathan, is some episode notes if Nathan posts them. Lol. Epic banter.
Maybe.
But what you actually definitely do get on time is a bonus podcast for Doctor Who topics and commentaries, as voted on by you, and of course Still Got Rex, where we recommend whatever we've been watching, reading, listening to, or experiencing in the last month or so.
What? Correct me if I'm wrong, Lawrence, but is that 3 bonus podcasts a month?
Nathan, you're so right, and we launched with 2. Do you know it's only got more?
That's insane. 3 whole bonus podcasts, and how much would you expect to pay for free bonus podcasts a month? Me, I'd pay £150 for 3 bonus podcasts a month.
But we're not money grabbers, Nathan. We're nice men of the people, and we've decided to limit that cost all the way down to £5 per calendar month.
What? £5 per episode, I assume?
No, Nathan, that's where you're wrong. It's actually £5 for the whole heap. And, Nathan, to top it off, do you love drinking hot beverages?
Yeah.
Because I've got a fucking mug for you in 6 months, if that's the case.
Okay, great. We're practically giving them away. I'm practically,
Yeah. You fucking may as well be, man. Them mugs, Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, no, do get signed up. It is 3 extra little episodes of us a month. Get signed up. And what we do when people sign up is we add them to a big little sheet, and we call you in that sheet our companions.
Big little sheet.
Big little sheet.
Is it big or is it little?
It's both. It's the TARDIS, Nathan. It's the Timu TARDIS sheet. Therefore, it's Time Lord Science and can be big and small at the same time.
I see.
I saved that one, didn't I, with the Doctor Who?
You did. It was good. That was good stuff. That was quick thinking.
That was.
Anyway, first up, we have Emily Tubbs.
Emily Tubbs
from Llantag in Pembrokeshire. Now, that is in Wales. I assume, which is practically Cardiff. So obviously, Emily was visiting the Doctor Who experience in Cardiff, which is still there. You can go check it out. It's still there. Don't worry about it. Okay. And then they went up to one of the TARDIS props that they have, and got a picture taken with it. But then that was actually our TARDIS that we had landed in there.
Yeah.
So while Emily was getting her picture taken with that, I opened the door and kidnapped her and pulled her inside, and she's here as a companion.
How long were you waiting by the door like a creep?
Hours, literally hours.
You could have said anything. You went for hours.
I was waiting for the right one, okay? Because lots of people were getting their picture taken. I could have had my pick of the bunch.
Yeah, but you chose.
And I did.
Yeah,
I did. I wanted Emily. Yeah, so I kidnapped her.
Good stuff. Well, welcome aboard, Emily. I'm sorry that you're here, I guess.
Welcome aboard. Yes.
Also, coming onto the TARDIS this week, Nathan, is Joe Duffin, who is unfortunately from the big old void. We have no intel, sadly.
Where is he from? Get your address updated, otherwise you won't get a mug.
Yeah, no mug for you, man. We met Joe Duffin because we were actually out looking for puffins. To put in our animal enclosure in the Timu TARDIS. But Nathan spilt his desk mayo on the TARDIS console.
I don't have any desk mayo currently.
What condiment do you have?
I have desk creamy jalapeno sauce.
Yeah, okay.
I have desk Nando's peri peri garlic.
Ooh, very tasty.
I have Nando's medium.
Nice.
And I have a chipotle pineapple hot sauce as well.
Yeah. Are any of those supposed to be in the fridge? They all sound like pretty. You could have those sauces warm.
You don't put sauce. No sauce goes in the fridge. All right. Anyone who puts their sauce in the fridge, go to jail.
I like a ketchup in the fridge if I'm real.
You should kill yourself. Okay. You should actually kill yourself. I'm not a massive ketchup fan, to be honest. I don't really like ketchup that much. But so kill yourself for having ketchup, all right?
Stop, yeah.
But putting it in the fridge,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here, man.
That's so fair, man. I've heard conflicting thoughts. I respect your decision on that one.
Nah. No sauce should be refrigerated, okay?
That's fair.
You don't need a cold sauce, all right?
Yeah. All right, fair enough. I'll reevaluate my life choices. But anyway, so Joe Duffin from the void. We're out looking for puffins. Nathan fucked it with his desk mayo on the TARDIS, and so the TARDIS actually took us not to Puffin, but instead to Duffin, where we found Joe Duffin. And we thought, do you know what? We still need stuff for the animal enclosure, so Joe Duffin, you're just coming in anyway, and that's just what it is, I'm afraid.
So I put in Joe in an animal enclosure?
Yeah, but we'll figure it out eventually, and he can have a space, and like a bed and...
Sick.
I don't know. Everyone else has just got sleeping bags on the floor, so I don't really know what...
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what we got you from Joe Duffin.
Sick, that's sick. Love that. Next up, we have Sarah Estelle from Wyoming, which I don't believe is Wyoming in America. I believe it's because it says the state is NSW, which I believe is New South Wales. So I believe this is from Australia.
Right, okay.
I believe. So apparently there's a Wyoming in Australia. That's news to me.
Yeah.
But anyway...
I just know the one from The Last of Us.
Yes, exactly. Jackson, Wyoming.
Yeah,
you
know the one.
Exactly. I know the one. Yeah. I was when it came up, Jackson, Wyoming, I'm like, fuck, I should move to Jackson, Wyoming.
Yeah, man, those vibes, those post-apocalyptic vibes.
No, they're just like a nice place in the snow, you know? Like you know I'm a winter boy.
Oh,
right?
mate, if there's one thing you need to know about Nathan, right, is that if Nathan could give up everything about his life, maybe bar this podcast, right, and just disappear to fucking Antarctica and live in a cabin, as long as it had signal and food delivery apps.
Yeah, those are my caveats.
Yeah.
It needs to have good internet and also like Uber Eats, like accessible Uber Eats as well.
What he has here available to him in a cabin in Antarctica is Nathan. You know where fucking Jesse moves to at the end of El Camino, that Breaking Bad film? That's where Nathan wants to live.
100%. Yeah. That's the dream.
Good vibes, man.
Yeah, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. Anyway, Sarah, obviously been about in Australia. They were in the outback looking for kangaroos. Okay. As I assume all Australians are
just
at some
every
point.
day,
Just at some point during the day. Like, oh, what is it? Oh, bloody hell, it's 12 o'clock. Better go out looking for some kangaroos,
do some
mate.
kangaroo wrangling.
Bloody good day, mate. I'm going to go looking for kangaroos.
Can't wait. Let's go,
Fucking
mate.
hell, can't. That was a bad Australian accent. I'm sorry.
I think it worked. I think you nailed it.
Anyway, so they found a kangaroo, and they're like, oh, look at this! It's a beautiful animal. Obviously, I won't get too close because you've got to respect the kangaroo. You don't want to invade their space because they're big, they're scary. You know, kangaroos they'll fuck you up.
They will.
But we were actually hiding in the pouch of the kangaroo, and then both of us.
Now we're not small men.
No, this is a big kangaroo.
Okay,
right?
it fucking has to be a pretty big one, mate.
Yeah, and then we came out of the pouch of the kangaroo. We was like peering over first of all, and then we're like, God, let's fucking get her. And then we ran out, put a bag on her head, kidnapped her, and pulled her into the TARDIS, and off we went.
Off we went. There we go. Yep. Welcome, Sarah.
Into time and space.
Oh my God.
Welcome to the club.
Anyway, Dylan is also joining us this week from Dagenham. Now, I don't know if you know Dagenham, Nathan. It's actually just north of Swordunham.
I do know Dagenham. That was a good joke, first of all.
Which actually, I'm glad you liked it because it's pivotal to my bit here, but go on.
Okay, great. Dagenham, I know Dagenham has been probably most famously where Stacey Solomon is from. She's a Dagenham girl.
We've been checking out a bit of Stacey and Joe, haven't we, on the telly?
No, don't say that.
No.
Yeah, we've been checking out Stacey and Joe.
No, I like. You've seen it.
We like watching that.
What do you guys think about my V-necks and my ADHD? Do you guys like it?
Joe and Stacey, like a little reality show or whatever.
Yeah. I like it because he went in to do a talk with some kids, right? And he just flat out fucking asked. There's a bunch of kids in the room. And go, anyone in here getting bullied? Raise your hand. And some fucking poor kids did, and he was like, "That's sad. That's really bad."
Tell us all about it. What do they say to you?
Well, they call you a little fat cunt. And
how does that make you feel?
And the teacher's there the whole time being like, this is a good chat for the kids.
Yeah, this is great.
Get him out of that room, man. He's not trained for that.
That's crazy, man. Good stuff, Joe. Good on you.
Yeah, good on you. Anyway, Dylan from Dagenham, we were just visiting Swordinham, and you were saying to yourself, God damn it, I wish these swords were smaller. Right, and a tourist nearby, Nathan, heard your things and said, well, actually, I'm from a place called Dagenham, which is where you can go if you want small swords. So we followed Dylan back to Dagenham, where Dylan sold us his family heirloom dagger. We were very, very impressed with this, and we said, you know what, a gift like this can't go unanswered, so we have all of time and space at our disposal. Please step in and join us. And so they did, and now everyone is... whittling weapons on the Timu TARDIS with the family heirloom Dylan dagger.
And that dagger will come in handy to kidnap more people.
Exactly. So if anything, we've actually made our money back on this dagger.
That's sick. That's good stuff. Welcome aboard, Dylan.
Hell yeah.
Dylan, Sarah, Joe, Emily, thank you very much. You want to get your thank you and get your companion story or whatever the fuck we do here. £5 a month, sign up, and I'll give you a little kiss too.
I will also give you a little kiss, but respectfully, I will ask your permission first.
Not me.
Just stone cold harassment from Nathan.
Not me, straight in there.
No time. Kills the vibes, Nathan, if you're asking, doesn't it?
No, exactly. You can't be having this mood killer. You gotta get straight in there.
That's officially our cue. Thanks everyone for listening. We will see you next Monday at 10 a.m. Stay beautiful, stay fresh, stay sexy. Nathan, what should they stay?
I love MILFs. Goodbye.
Expecting that at all.
It's true though.
I love.
We all love MILFs. Anyway, bye everyone.
That really caught me off guard, man.